leave on show non-video participants
I have that.
because we're gonna
Right, yeah. So I have it.
because of the map.
Mhm, right.
Okay, just making sure. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you got it. So you could hit. So I'm hiding non-video participants for because I know 8-bit has that little PC stream thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want that showing. But if you click on that, so you still see us three, and then the map. It shouldn't hide it, right? You know what I'm saying? You just see us and then the map, right?
Right.
Okay. All right, y'all. We live.
We live.
We live.
Surprise, surprise.
So surprise, surprise. All right. So if y'all wanna click on stream together,
Let's
you
do
can.
it.
Snoop, come here. Come say hi to everybody.
Sasha, where are you at, girl?
Inside.
For real. It's too hot to be anywhere else
Inside.
these days. It's
Say hi
too
to the
hot for
people,
anything
Snoop.
else.
Say hi to the people. He really misses my son. He has a really hard time when he's out of town. He always looks for him. Where's Leo, Snoop? Where's Leo? Where's Leo? Now he's gonna go to the front door and wait for him.
Poor guy.
I know. He doesn't understand. He doesn't get why he is not here.
Yeah.
All right, so
Where
I see you,
is he?
Faith. I'm gonna hit accept. I know it's like what was that movie with like Frankie Muniz and like that Jack Russell Terrier dog that was like really big?
Oh,
What was
I know
that
what you're talking
movie?
about.
Like Sparky, Summer of Shorty. What was it? But like
Oh, God doesn't
the
bother me.
dog would like wait for him at the bus stop or something.
Frankie Muniz?
Yeah, Frankie Muniz when he was like
My dog
6.
Skip.
My dog Skip. I knew it started with an S. Thank you, 8-bit.
I was about. It was like soup. Like my dog
My
soup.
dog Soup. Oh my God! If I get another dog, I'm gonna name him Soup. Well, this is Snoop, so it'd be Snoop and Soup. So maybe not.
Dogs are just gonna be like, I don't know who she's calling,
I'm just
but
gonna say
I don't
one
know.
word. I'm just gonna be like, "Oop!" and they're all gonna come running.
This is funny. So my dog, when I got him, he was all like, you know how dogs have a name like for people to refer to them by, and then I renamed him when I got him. So his
Oh,
name now is Thane, like Thane Krios from Mass
from
Effect.
Mass
Um,
Effect.
he's okay. There's this thing about black people giving
I
their
see
dogs
you,
middle
girl.
names. He does have a middle name.
My dog
It's
has a middle
Krios.
name. I'm not black. My dog has a middle name too, but it's in my neighborhood. Everybody's dog has a middle name. Everybody's dog
Okay,
has a
there you
middle
Yeah.
go.
name.
Same.
If your dog doesn't have a middle name, like
Really don't.
Listen,
Yeah.
I feel like you should. They're your children. Give
yes,
them a middle name.
yes,
You know what I
yes,
mean?
yes.
Like I feel like you would give anyone else a middle name, so give your dog a middle
My
name.
son has a middle,
Yeah.
like
So
my
my
son has a
dog.
middle name. I have a middle name.
Exactly. You gotta pass along the traditions. Your dog is part of the family. Give them a middle name.
Exactly.
I feel like that's just the right thing to do.
You know what? No discrimination in this house, all right? Everybody, everybody has a middle name. Oh my God. So you know what my mama told me
Exactly.
today? She said, "I am so proud of your son." I said, "Why?" He goes, "He like takes initiative to like take a shower and like wash himself." And I was like, "You know why? Because I threaten his life if he
You
doesn't."
gotta teach them to do that.
I say,
Yeah.
I say, boy, you better get in that shower. You better be so clean. If not, I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna
Exactly.
go in there and scrub you, and you will be pink. You will lose your first 3 layers of skin, son, if you are not clean when you come out that shower. I am not having you.
Exactly. You
I
gotta
am
clean it.
not
If you don't clean yourself properly, I'll clean you. That's how my mom used to
exactly.
do it.
I
So
am not having you up in this house smelling like streetcar after Jazz Fest, boy. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not
smelling like
happening.
outside, smelling
Ooh,
like.
man, it's rough out here. My nephew does not have that initiative. He does not.
Uh,
Love him to death, but you know what I'm saying? Like, Leo's an only child. I mean, he gets a lot of attention. Like,
and it's hard to learn habits like cleaning yourself properly if you don't learn them when you're real little. So
Yes.
it's good that you've got your kids early. Let them know, like instill in them that they have the desire to be properly clean.
Girl, I'm trying to raise a feminist man out here. It is not easy. Like when he was a lot younger, like my family would be like, "Why are you talking to him like that? Like, why are you acting like that?" You know, because Leo has ADHD as well, and so like you just gotta position things to him like a certain way. So like in our house, right? It's just me and him. But like he'll be like, "We don't have any spoons," and I'll be like, "You know what? You're right. They're all dirty. We don't have any clean spoons." Huh. And I'll like walk away from him. And he'll be like, "Mama, can you wash the spoons?" And I say, "You know what, son, I really appreciate you asking me, but I think you can wash the spoons. I think you are capable of washing. We have 3 spoons. You can wash
Old
the
enough now.
spoons, son. You can do it.
Yeah.
Believe in you."
If you need
Yes.
something, take initiative. You can do it.
Exactly.
Just think about what
Yeah.
the steps are. You can handle it.
Like I tell him all the time, I'm like, we are a team. Like, if you want something done, you don't have to wait around for me. You can like just activate your own agency and like make it happen. You know? Make it happen.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. He was like walking outside at like 3 o'clock in the morning one night. My mom's like, "Where are you going?" He's like, "To do my laundry." Because the laundry room in her house is like on the porch, where ours is like inside. So if Leo's like, "I need socks," he'll get up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and do like a load of socks.
Oh.
Because, you know, like he just can. Like that's what we do. I'm like, "What?" And my mom,
Aw.
but she's really proud. She's like, "He is so independent." Hell
It sounds
yeah.
like you're raising him right.
Girl, I'm trying. It's really hard. Like, it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. But I'm trying. You know, I'm trying.
Well, I don't have any kids, so I can't say I feel you. I got a dog, and he's enough.
I feel you, Sasha. Boys are a species of their own.
Yeah, it is. The Lord knew what he was doing when he just gave me one.
Lord knew
No.
what he was doing when he gave me boys.
Ooh.
I don't think I could handle girls.
Oh, I love
Wait, how many
girls.
kids do you have?
2
Okay.
2 boys. Yeah.
I love
They're
girls.
7 and almost 5. He'll be 5 next month.
Oh, okay. Those are fun ages. I feel like they're
Really
kind of
are.
mischievous at those ages, though.
They really
7?
are.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
They,
Yeah, and they're kind of finding their self. Like
Yeah.
they're, becoming autonomous. And like speaking
Mhm.
up for themselves and like wanting to be independent. And
Mhm.
that kind of makes it a little more difficult because I can't be like, you know, micromanaging them, but also they kind of need it right now.
Yeah.
It's
they know
little
just
stressful.
enough to
They
think
need
that
the
they
structure,
know
but
things.
You want to have. Yeah.
yes,
They know just
yes.
enough.
They think they think they don't need the structure, and I think they do need the structure, and
Mhm.
finding that balance between momming and letting them be independent is
Let them be. Oh well.
yeah.
You'll figure it out. Y'all sound very capable. I don't know anything about
Yeah.
raising kids, but y'all sound very capable. So.
Yeah, see,
Girl,
that's-
trial and
I
error.
was a special ed teacher. I was a
Yeah,
special ed
Morgan's
teacher,
the
so, like,
expert.
in
She's the
special ed,
expert.
it's all about independence and making them
Mhm.
do for themselves. And so like
Mhm.
that's kind of always what I shop for. But now it's like biting me in the butt because they're wanting to do everything independently, and I'm like, no, you are still just 7.
Oh my God. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is like, so I saw this TikTok today where the mom, her son is autistic, and she was talking to him, and he like cursed at her, and she's like, "What did you just say to me?" And then he like said something else. She's like, "Oh, now you autistic. Now you autistic, huh?" Cause like they like Leo does it with his ADHD. I'm like, "Why'd you forget that, son? You know exactly what you need to do. Like, what's going on?" He's like, "Well, and I'm like, you had this condition your whole life. You know exactly what you need to do. Like,
There's still
I really like that.
expectations.
Yes.
You can handle
Yes.
some things still.
Yes. I love that though. I love that attitude, like not babying people and like holding them accountable. Because like there's some weird narratives where it's like, oh, I'm struggling with this, baby. We all struggling with something. You know what I'm saying? Like I have empathy and compassion and understanding, but you are also a person. Like you gotta own it. You know what I'm saying? Like own that.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Yeah, it's a hard balance to
shoot,
do.
Do
I
you
own
know
too
if
much.
Teak is joining us today?
I don't think so. She probably fell asleep, which is totally fine because it's the other side of the world. But let's go ahead and get started. So for everybody out there watching us in Twitch land, thank you for being here. My name is Sasha. I am a RPG streamer. Right now I'm doing Avowed, Expedition 33, but my favorites are Dragon Age Origins, best game of all time, and also Baldur's Gate 3. I'm doing a evil-ish dirge run right now. My baby girl Siobhan, who's a half orc, and we're having a lot of fun. Um, but that's basically it. That's me. I'm the dungeon master for this group of hesitant heroes. And yeah, welcome to the live, y'all. Anyone else wants to go next? Take it away. I'm gonna grab me a drink really quick while y'all doing that, but I can still hear you.
What's
I will
going
go,
on?
and oh, sorry, go
No,
ahead, go ahead.
no. You're the birthday girl. You go ahead. You go ahead.
It's
I am the
your
birthday girl.
birthday!
Listen, I'll take it all week if people want to give me the birthday girl mantle forever.
Hey, that's fine.
Last time we forgot to introduce our characters, so I'm gonna introduce my character as well. But my name is Faith. I go by We're the Good on all platforms. I do TikTok. I'm starting to do Twitch. I have a YouTube channel. But I like games, Dragon Age, Mass Effect, Cyberpunk, anything that's like RPG or action adventure. I've been really into South of Midnight the last several months and posting about that. Love the Southern folklore that's included in that game, so that's been my special interest. And I love D&D. I've been playing D&D for years. I play in a long-term campaign. I was in a Mass Effect 5e campaign, and this campaign, this group is really, really fun. I've been really excited. The character that I'm playing today is Shayna Sunbarrel. She should be on the screen. If you're watching my stream, she is a halfling ranger. She comes from a clan of people who are like in tune with nature, and so that's like her upbringing is being amongst like this diverse group of people who all love the nature goddess Eldith. But now she's out on her own. She's meeting people out in the world. She's becoming a hero. She's learning more about herself and who she is. So Shayna is one of my characters that I made as an offshoot from another character who I really love, and I've been having a lot of fun playing her and bringing her into this limited campaign. I think that's all the stuff about myself. But yeah, I'm We're the Good on all platforms. Who wants to go next?
I'll go. What's going on? Hi, my name is A Bit of Fun. I usually do a lot of mech stuff. The Boulder Gate 3 community got me into D&D. I was pretty much was like, yeah, I'm gonna play this to help my wife with a side project, and ended up living the life of the character that I'll be playing today, which is Cramuel. This is actually my Boulder Gate 3 character, who is a paladin. Well, not my Baldur's Gate 3 character, because my Baldur's Gate 3 character had some modded stuff in, which I don't have in this campaign. Everyone would love to see the Glocks come in from the Baldur's Gate 3 mod.
Not the
Uh,
Glocks.
yes, had the twin Glocks as well as polygamy mods. So he's up for banging.
Gramuel's
So
pulling
yeah.
everybody! If I don't see
But yes,
Halson in that squad, I'm gonna be mad. I'm just
no,
saying.
no, we have
I'm just
everybody.
saying.
We have everybody.
Don't
We
hate
have
on
Everybody.
Katara,
everybody.
okay? Our favorite baddie.
My wife. My wife. My wife.
And but yes, Cramiel is a paladin. He follows the way of Tyr, which a lot of you may know is kind of shocking, since you know the first people. Well, one of the first encounters you can have is some Tyr people in Baldur's Gate 3, and they were not of the nice variety. Uh, they
Tier
were
people.
hunting. Yeah, they were hunting Mama K. But yes, that is who I'll be playing today, and we have his lovable direwolf cub, Karlach, who who is named after his betrothed, Mama K, who he does not know, but just knows the name and know of a person, but has never met her, but thinks he did. So yes, we will see what kind of fun Tramuel has as he goes through another uh, necrolepsy, intriguing intent as we travel. But yeah, I'm a bit of fun on everything. If you look it up, yes, I'm the guy with the Gundam Speed records because that was a thing in my life. But yeah, that's me, a bit of fun on everything. Thank y'all.
Howdy, I'm Morgan, the nerdy cowgirl, and I am the nerdy cowgirl and everything. I do have a booktube channel on YouTube that I talk about books that I read. I haven't posted in a while, but that is the nerdy cowgirl. And then on Twitch and YouTube, I also have the nerdy cowgirl games, and I am just starting my TikTok. It's the nerdy cowgirl as well. And my character is Seeker, and she is a centaur bardlock. And my special instrument is the handy dandy cowbell. And she is a follower of the or my what is it called? My
Warlock.
yeah, but
Archfey?
my person
Oh, your
is Archfey.
patron. Yeah,
Patron,
Archfey
yeah.
patron.
Patron. I couldn't remember patron. My patron is the Archfey, and I'm a reader, and I am what's called a red roan, which is a reddish tint to my body, but have like random sprinkles of white hairs in there, and it's what my actual horse is, in real life.
And Nerdy
So I thought it
Cowgirl is leaving out that she's actually like a cowgirl IRL with
Yes.
horses and everything. So
Yeah,
the
I always
centaur
forget that.
works.
Yeah.
On a
Yeah.
steel horse she rides. She's
Yeah.
wanted. Y'all just gonna leave me hanging? What is this?
Did it. I did it.
I don't
Thank
know
you.
this one.
Dead or alive. Alright, thank you. Anything else?
Isn't that Bon Jovi?
Is it? I don't know. I'm about to embarrass myself. I don't actually know.
I've never listened to Bon Jovi. Unless I have,
Oh,
and I didn't know it
no.
was Bon Jovi.
I know bar music. That's the only reason I know songs.
Hell yeah.
I lived in a bar for a while.
I think Dead or Alive is one they play at the bar.
What
right?
song?
I don't
What
know. I don't go to
song
bars.
did they play most in that bar? Like, what would you say did they play? What did you hear the most of when you lived there? Queen.
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 Everything Queen.
I can see that.
Queen.
I don't know why I thought it would be like the Eagles or something. Like Desperado. No.
It was Queen. Now
Really?
the bars in Lake
You sound
Charles
traumatized.
is the
Oh, I
only,
love Lake
like,
Charles. that makes
like, now,
that
when
makes
you
a lot of sense.
yeah.
Oh, and we are all from the South. Look at that.
Oh yeah,
That's
I guess
crazy.
We are all from the south.
This is Southern Crew.
It's a Southern crew.
Southern
You might argue I'm not, but
No, I can. It's pronounced
some people
Louisville, right?
don't consider
Louisville?
Kentucky in the South, but I do.
No,
I do.
Kentucky is the south. Those
Shoot.
people are being pedantic. It's culture more than
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
that? What is that one state that everybody
have
argues
bourbon.
about? Like
Florida?
What, Florida? Oh
Sorry,
my
sorry.
God. Flo-
Not
the panhandle.
me coming for Florida.
People argue that the boot isn't really that New Orleans really isn't southern either.
Yeah.
That we're like
Really?
northernmost Caribbean or something French.
French.
I feel like you can be Southern but have a distinct culture. And I think that's where people go wrong with somewhere like New Orleans, because like New Orleans went through all the things that the rest of the South did and has a lot of the same history and has a lot of the same culture. It's just dressed up different. You know what I mean? Like
New Orleans
we
is
do
crazy.
a lot of like Southern colleges and stuff do like the big bands and stuff, and y'all have parades in New Orleans. I feel like the culture overlaps. I feel like people do too much when it comes to what's the real South and what's not.
Yeah.
I agree. Like I don't know. People be tripping, but
Hey, Kentucky got
Yeah.
bourbon.
yeah,
Southern
Kentucky got bourbon. Southern enough for me. Southern enough for me. Shoot, I'm using that in my old fashions. I'm ready. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead with a small recap of what happened last time. So we made it. Our group of hesitant heroes made it to the town of Wraithwind. We left the city of Baldur's Gate, traveled through the Glimmerwood. Um, dire wolf cubs were acquired, and then we arrived at the city of Wraithwind. We had brief encounters with a couple of locals before the violence popped off. And we engaged in combat with some Shadar Kai, elves from the Shadowfell, who were having the time of their lives, apparently, like out for blood, and who were making all kinds of exclamations to this dark lady that they serve. Now, Shayna made a religion check to see if she could decipher exactly who they were referring to when they were kind of crying out for their patrons. And she did determine that while this deity has a lot in common with Shar, the iconography is very similar. It's not her. So this is not a Shar specific um, religion or cult that we're dealing with. It is something a little bit different. So we encountered the Druid Halsin, who assisted us a little bit in the fight, and we are planning on getting some rest in the Waning Moon Tavern and Inn before we make our way to the obelisk that is ascending out of the ruins of Moonrise Towers. Does anyone have anything they want to add or build on top of that before I set the scene?
No, I think those are the major things.
We got jumped. We got jumped.
We did jump, but we came out on top. Listen, nobody can say we're not real adventurers because we survived that.
Yes, we got jumped.
Yeah.
We did.
It was dark days last week.
Yeah.
Y'all did great. Y'all did great. Okay. Anything else? Sigurd?
Also,
Yes.
Also, something happened to
The
me
book!
when I read the book
Yes.
again. I read
How
the book
could
the
we
first time,
forget?
and it was fine. And then I read it a second time and was like transported somewhere and saw this lady shrouded in red. And then all of a sudden, my eyes started bleeding and got blood coming out my nose. So, yeah, I got real hurt.
We
Yeah,
got
you
beat by
did.
books, by shadow goo demons.
Crazy times. All right,
We
y'all.
got jumped. You could
Yeah.
almost say we got jumped.
We got jumped.
Plain and
By
simple.
literal books.
Literally, just the act of reading was
Yes.
harmful.
Street smarts and book smarts beat us last week.
Yeah. I beat on all sides.
My players my players in my 2 ongoing campaigns sympathize with y'all so hard right now. They're like,
They getting beat by books too.
They're like, oh no! They watched Nerdy Seeker pick up that book and they were like, oh god, oh god.
You too?
It's coming! It's coming! Alright, y'all. So to bring us into the scene, amidst the chaos and the rubble of the fight, the innkeeper, has got a handle on matters at this point. Some time has passed. Tempers have calmed. People have done their breathing exercises. Serving people are starting to clean up, gather rubble, put tables and chairs kind of where they've been knocked over, straighten them out, and kind of everything is starting to calm down. People are heading back to their rooms. Halcyon is turning in for the night. We are set up to go ahead and take a long rest. My question is, after what has just happened, are we taking turns with keeping watch? Now, I know 8-Bit and Morgan, it's who are newer to the game. When we do watches, basically, we just kind of rotate. Everybody gets their 8 hours of rest. So after a round of watches, I do consider it 8 hours a long rest. Long rest gets you your spell slots back. Also restores all your hit points and removes any kind of conditions that you would have had, if it's like the poison condition or exhaustion, a level of exhaustion, anything like that. So when you are taking watch, you do make a perception check, and it's a good opportunity for if two people are on watch together, they can chat and have some role play, some stuff going on, things like that. Or you can have a watch on your own, and we'll do some kind of, what are you thinking about, like what's going through your mind, kind of personal role play. We'll do something like that. So that's what I'd like to do for this kind of first part of the game. So does that sound good with everybody? Is everybody up for doing watches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So,
I'm excited for some role play.
yeah, best part of the game. All right. So, do we want to pair up? We can have, since there's only 3 of y'all, I can take a watch with somebody. Somebody can do it twice, so that way y'all are kind of role playing off each other. Y'all can just kind of be up together, like the 3 of you, just kind of bantering, and I can have each one of you do a perception check, and we'll say that was your perception, like for your watch. What would y'all prefer?
I'm okay with either doing a double watch or, soldier background, used to late nights, so I'm good with either way.
Ladies, what do we think?
Shayna's like right now she's pretty wired, so she'd be up for first watch. But she's like she falls asleep pretty easily and gets up pretty easily, kind of having lived out on the run and all of that. So
Any preference, Seeker?
No.
Okay, so to make this easy, we will go ahead and do like a kind of group watch, and then I will do some individual role play with each of y'all because, like, I'm sure we'll have time for it. So we'll say everybody does 2 watches, one like with the group, and then one kind of on their own. So as the 3 of you, so we'll start with the group session first, and then I'll do Cramuel, Shayna, and Seeker in that order for like kind of a more individualized group. So that way we'll get some roleplay options going. All right, so as y'all settle in for your watch, the sounds of the night overtake the inn. You hear somebody snore. We'll say you're on like the first level of the inn right now. Somebody's snoring. Obviously, the staff sleeps on the first level, kind of in the back area. So occasionally you hear them kind of bumping in the night as they settle in, get up to use, the washroom late at night. You've got patrons upstairs. Occasionally you hear the creak of floorboards, the hissing of wind as somebody opens a door and the atmosphere changes in the room. The building will creak and maybe like kind of sway. You do hear the sounds of crickets and mice and all of the nighttime critters that make their debut during this time, starting to venture out and explore for nocturnal behaviors and midnight snacks. So y'all go ahead and take it away as you sit around the kind of big bonfire in the center of the inn common room, taking your first watch. Y'all can just talk to each other, banter, ask questions, and then I'll have Cramuel do the first perception check after a few minutes.
Seeker.
no.
Birthday girl, you go.
No. I'm sorry. I always speak up. Go ahead, Cramuel, please.
It's your birthday. Whip the throw bait. It's your birthday. Whip the throw bait. I need to find that Hot Sizzle song. Hold on. No, it's copyrighted, but I can sing it for you.
Yes.
I don't need a strike. Okay. Go ahead, Shayna. Go ahead.
As I was saying before, Shayna's just kind of like wired, like really on edge from all of like the kind of bewildering events of the last couple of days. She sees Cramuel over, I'm assuming like, his puppy Karlek, why do I say it like that? Karlek is nearby. So Shayna kind of just like inches over and, kind of is like, can I pet that dog?
Oh, she loves head pets. You feel free. Feel free. She's a community puppy. Just
I'll give her
watch your
some
fingers.
scritches then.
Just watch your fingers. She's learning to bite. Another
Learning.
bad
And just
habit.
and she's a dire wolf puppy, so just for everybody who wasn't aware of that, Shayna's like 3 feet tall. So she's sitting on the ground, so she's really low to the ground, and this dire wolf puppy is probably taller than her sitting up right now. So Shayna's just there with her arm up, like trying to scritch the top of this little doggy's head, and like, just like cuddling up. It's really comforting for her because she's used to being around animals and stuff. Um, so, it's been being in the Shadowfell where there's not a lot of animals and nature is still kind of recovering, and nature is a little bit skittish. It's been kind of sad for her. So it's nice to have something that's, got that animal nature to it. Makes Shayna feel a little bit better.
As you reach up and your fingers get into kind of the thick fur behind her ear, you see her kind of like twist her head and you start migrating your hand down around the side of her neck. And she's doing that almost dog like thing where they stretch their necks out and then you go underneath, like under the chin, and you see her back foot kind of like wiggling a little bit as you find a good spot. You also notice that she has peed on the floor.
Ah, okay. Just puppy things then. Just puppy things.
But she's got that good,
Okay.
that musky puppy smell. That fresh,
Well,
almost puppy scent. Like kibble
the pee
and
smells
musk.
healthy. I love that.
Oh, Emma.
Oh, my tears beard. The beer in this place is almost undrinkable. So what's the odds that Mesa falls into the water as she bathes? Since, we'll be here. I'm glad Teak is getting some rest. Things seem to have gone weary since we've gotten here.
Well, if she falls in, one of y'all is gonna have to rescue her, because I'm pretty tired. So
Uh, indeed. We
I'm
might
a
have to
horse,
wake up.
so
Speaking of, how does the whole two rib cage thing work?
I don't know. They don't really teach us anatomy in school.
I'm
They
not
just teach
on
us.
a horse. I'm fucking
I was
They either
screaming.
teach us to fight or they teach us books. So
yeah, because I was like, where's the stomach? Which part has the stomach?
do
Because
horses have one stomach or two?
horses have one.
Okay,
Um,
See,
centaurs.
that's
I would think.
yeah.
I would think. I would have two rib cages, but only one stomach, and only in the horse part because I've got a flat stomach. So, and, to have a flat
Oh,
stomach,
She
I
got a
have
little,
to.
she got a little six pack.
See,
Yeah.
these are the things that I will write in my memoirs. We
you're gonna write
must
a
get
memoir,
Centaur
Freddie?
anatomy.
Yes, I've been keeping a memoir on random medical events. My necrolepsy. Now we have centaur biography. I mean, I could.
Anatomy?
Potato. It's all mystic magic.
There's a certain wizard turned bardish man who I heard was back at the Emerald Grove ages ago, named Volo, who probably would be very interested in reading that book after you're done with it.
That man is a godsend to us. I mean, he came to the village and I mean, completely changed my life. He was the first to suspect my necrolepsy, and I mean, it explains a lot. It very much explains a lot.
If you praise Volo too loudly, he might just appear.
No.
So
Appear.
maybe lay
Oh,
low.
No, that man is no god. We only praise Tyr and the absolute.
There you go.
These are the two that shall be praised.
Praise her name.
Memoirs. Him. Himothy.
Cramuel, we we're
Timothy.
gonna go back and forth on historical events, aren't we?
I mean, history is what we make of it.
He must
Written
be from
by
an
the
alternate dimension.
History is never facts. You can change history.
I guess. I
I
don't know
mean,
about all that, but
if you rip a page from a scripture and you replace it, have you not changed history?
I guess if you take a story of Alexander the Great and
Who?
write that he had I don't know, just made someone up that
Oh, okay.
they probably don't
Okay.
exist.
See,
But if
you
you
just created history. Thank you. My
exactly.
point's proven.
Um, it looks like Seeker had something she wanted to add to that. So as the two of you are kind of going back and forth about the legitimacy of history and its written historical variations, there's in a quiet moment, Seeker finds an opportunity to add her thoughts on written history and the written word.
Well, I mean, she was just saying that, just thinking of the logisticalness of it or the logicalness of it, and was like, well, that's kind of your your train of thought is seems to be going down a way that's pretty interesting. And as her mind is pretty she's book smart, so she can appreciate the argument and the counter argument of history and stuff like that. But I think at this moment she is um like going around. I picture her at like a table with a bunch of other books, and she's just kind of like listening to you guys talking about history and whether you can change it or not. And but I think she is searching for the answer to the riddle that we got in the last one. Because I think that she, her book smart mind, she really wants to figure it out, and she feels like she will find it in one of the books there at the end. So I feel like she is listening, but only kind of half listening, if that makes sense. That's
Yeah.
what I picture her doing.
That's characteristic of Seeker. And I think Shayna is getting animated and going back and forth with Cramuel, and Mesa probably comes back from her bath at some point and they're all talking. But also Seeker has a lot of friends, or Seeker, Shayna has a lot of friends who are like Seeker in temperament, where they think a lot and they're participating in their mind, but they kind of are, sitting back. So she's like kind of peripherally aware of the fact that you're working on the puzzle, but also listening and just like appreciating. Like, it's nice to have a group of people with different energy levels.
Right.
All right, Cramuel, go ahead and make for me a perception check.
All right. Let's see.
Because this group is so perceptive. Y'all,
I
wisdom
feel
through
like
the
getting
roof.
screwed over.
Through the
The
roof.
most.
I feel like getting
So
screwed over
perceptive.
today. Yeah, and our best perception person is
My D&D
Yep.
players, they were like, why don't we do inspiration like that? And I'm like, no, y'all, it's not happening. If you roll a 2, you stuck with it.
Five.
Stuck with it, bitch.
No.
5. All right.
Uh-oh.
So as you are getting into this really interesting debate with Shayna, you find yourself,
No,
your
don't
mind like, you know how it is when you're talking to somebody and you stop listening because you're so busy building the counter arguments like in your mind. You're not really like present because you're so like fixated on trying to like win the debate. That's kind of what's happening here a little bit. And um Quamuel, it totally catches you off guard when you feel this small tap on your shoulder.
Huh? Oh. How? You need something.
As you turn around, you see that while you were in the midst of your argument with Shayna, a small child with dark gray skin, shaggy hair, and a pair of oddly curled horns that aren't like symmetrical. They're almost like they're not tiefling horns. They're almost like deer antlers that are growing haphazardly like out of his head. Has appeared next to you and is just staring at you. He doesn't say anything. He just looks.
Hello, young one. Oh, where are your parents? It's very, very late for you to be up. Anything could happen. Do you stay here or is there a home? Where are you well? Do you need help?
The only family I have is Halsin.
Oh, Allison. How, what? Yes, as Halsin should be. Are you his son?
I'm trying to keep a straight face.
Are you his?
Daddy Halson.
So funny.
You know, it wouldn't be surprising.
It's like, where was the Daddy Davern moment for Halsin? I'm just saying, like, they should have had one. The child just continues to stare at you, Cramuel. After a few minutes, he kind of like scuffs his foot, looking down. Like, his body language is really awkward. While most children, like, they're full of energy, especially like at this age, from what you've seen in Baldur's Gate. Children this age never sit still. They're bouncing off the walls, they're running in and out of the river in the Chianthar, they're scampering through the streets of Baldur's Gate. This child is uncharacteristically still. And as he raises his gaze to meet your eye, there was a flash of gold there that kind of softens and peters out. Have you come to save him?
Ooh. Trick question. He doesn't need saving. He saved us. But if he doesn't, if he needs help, I believe we do you know something that we don't know? Would you like to pet the puppy? Maybe it will ease your mind. Would you like to
Not the puppy.
Would you like to pet the dog and maybe tell us your tale on Halsin? I could really use some dirt if you are willing to spare it. Yes,
I don't mean Halsin, the one you've come to save. Your comrade. Also, Karlach will take a shit on the floor soon if she doesn't go outside.
Karlach, is that true? One head nod for yes. Two head nod for this child is a demon.
It's at this moment that Seeker and Shayna notice that Cramuel has been talking to somebody. But as you look over, there's nobody there.
Oh. So we don't hear anything except for Cramuel's side of the conversation. Is that right?
Correct. And maybe Karlach whining a little bit and pacing around the room.
Okay. Can I roll an animal handling or maybe it's an insight to try and figure out what's going on with Karlach?
Yeah, roll me an animal handling check.
Okay. That is a 19.
Okay, she definitely needs to take a fat shit. And she realized that peeing inside was not, because you got a 19, she realized peeing inside was actually not what's done here. She lives in the forest. Like, for her, it's all outside. You know what I'm saying? But, like, she didn't get, like, the best vibe after she made water, like, in this space.
Yeah.
So she's kind of concerned about the deuce that she has to drop right now.
Okay. Well, Cramuel seems a little indisposed, so I'm just gonna... I'll go over and give her some head pats and be like, good girl for holding it. Let's go outside. So I'll open the door and kind of, like, the area she's allowed to... I'm sure by now Cramuel's taught her where she can be and stuff, so I'll open the door and let her run out and do what she has to do. And in the meantime, I'm just, like, looking at Cramuel like, what's his thing? What's he doing?
I think Seeker would hear him having this one-sided conversation, and would just kind of slowly turn around and look at Cramuel and say, Cramuel, do you see someone?
Seeker, because you have a storied history, and you've encountered a lot of literature. Go ahead and make for me a nature check to see if you can gather some, just if anything that's going on here is kind of ringing a bell for you. Graham, you can go ahead and respond, and then
You
I'll give
said
you the
nature?
yeah nature.
Yes, Halson's son is bothering me.
I got 8.
Awesome son.
With an 8, there's not a lot to go off of, but you have seen that this land is scarred, and scars like this tend to carry repercussions for the spirits that dwell in the earth. In a world like Faerun that is filled with different types of magic, with all that has happened here, like, it carries a weight, and so whatever is happening might be just a consequence of all that has kind of gone on here. But it doesn't strike you as anything harmful or inherently bad. It's just something about the spirit of the land, or it kind of like comes up in your mind and then fades away.
Okay. Okay, I think she would say something along the lines of not to like call him crazy, but I think she would say something to be like, "There's no one there, Samuel. Um, how do you know he's Paulson's son? We've never
I,
met him."
I mean, clear as day. He said his only family is Halson, and he's half antler. And I believe, he's a shapeshifter. So, two and two together. Halson screwed a dough, which makes this
Shapeshifter.
thing.
I'm trying to figure out, would Shayna know? I don't know what check it would be. Would Shayna know anything about the type of thing that this could be because she has, like, she's part of a religion that's, like, tied to nature at
So what
all?
I'd like you to do, Shayna, and you can take some creativity with however your
Sure.
character would kind of step into this, because this is kind of your element, like with the background that you have. I would like for you
Mhm.
to come up with some type of ritualistic thing that your character would do when she's trying to connect to the world around her. So what does that look like for Shayna? And then I'm gonna have you go ahead and make whatever whatever you're proficient in. Is it like religion? Is it nature? What's something that you're proficient in?
I
Let's
think the
see.
best chance I would have here would be
Yeah,
probably nature or religion. They're the same.
yeah. So with what Seeker has said and what with Cramiel is saying, go ahead and describe for
Mhm.
us like what this kind of connection ritual looks like for you, and then go ahead and make me a nature check. Or your insight,
Absolutely. This is
your persuasion is actually a +5. So we'll say that you're trying to
okay.
like persuade whatever spirit is dwelling within this land to kind of come forth and like reveal itself. So we'll have you make a persuasion check once you walk us through the description.
Absolutely. Okay, I love this because this like goes right into Shayna's background. Okay, so Shayna is no cleric, but she is of the acolyte background. So she has spent years of her life studying under Eldeth. Eldeth and Sylvanas are very closely tied together. They have very similar natures. They're both nature gods. And so Shayna will like she has a little amulet that hangs off of her one of her belts. She like rubs her thumb along the grooves of the amulet, and she, like under her breath, she starts to say a little prayer to Eldith. When she prays, there's a little glow of holy energy that encompasses her. She is blessed with powers of a ranger by Eldith, and so she has a little, it's not as strong as a paladin or a cleric's glow would be, but there is something there that you can tell that it's more than just her like connecting to whatever's going on. It's her connecting with her goddess on some level, on a very weak level. So Shayna prays to Eldith just quickly, and then she says, you know, please reveal yourself, whatever you are. I am a friend of nature. I have spent years, being at one with nature, and I promise you, if you're Halsin's friend, we have no desire to harm you. We are friends as well.
All right, go ahead and make that persuasion check for me.
Okay. After all that, let's see. That is a nat 20.
Woo! Let's go! Yes, first nat 20.
Let's go.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
I'll
So,
take it.
your goddess reveals to you that Thaniel, this Thaniel person, has this spirit of the land has a name. His name is Thaniel, and he is an unaging nature spirit who appears to those who he's trying to contact or get in touch with as this kind of morphed tiefling child. He embodied this land, which previously, only three years ago, was known as the Shadow Curse Land. You'll get some more insight into the nature of his relationship with Halsin and the kind of depth of the connection that they share. That this inspired Halsin to go on to become the archdruid that he is, and it has given him, while the rest of the world seems to be picking up the pieces after the battle with the Absolute and kind of going on with life, Rythwin hasn't really been able to. Not because the people here, or even Thaniel and the spirit of this land, it's not because they don't want to, but because when you have suffered, when you have fought and carried the trauma of the terrible acts that have been carried out within this part of the world, it becomes a part of you. That is not something that is healed within the space of a year, or even 3, or even 10. The scars remain, and the new skin that grows over them is different, is thicker, tougher, damaged. And so with the events that are currently going on, with the Shadar Kai being present here in this tavern, with the obelisk growing up out of the fallen ruins of Moonrise Towers, with the kidnapping of Sky Lantern and the rescue of this group of Hesitant here, the rescue mission of this group, the Dark Lady's name being cried out in with reverence. It's bringing back almost like a flashback for these lands. It's almost like the land itself is triggered and it is expressing that grief and that heartache because we cannot move forward with who we are until we've made peace with who we've been. And that is what Thaniel is struggling to do.
Ooh, that's a bar, though.
Thanks.
I love that. Am I able to sense Daniel now with the nat 20?
He is not currently manifesting in his spirited form. For some reason, he chose to appear to Cramuel. But he is here.
Okay.
He's never far.
Okay. I guess what I'm trying to figure out is do I feel like I'm able to communicate with him? Can I talk even though if I can't? Okay, all right.
Yes. You get the sense that he's listening. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, I'll like grab Seeker's like forearm and just like kind of like quietly, reverently say like there is a nature spirit here. We are not able to see it, but I think it can hear us, and just kind of like let her know. And then I'll say, um, we know that Halsin did a lot for these lands to free you from one form of darkness. We're here to try and relieve another form of darkness from the lands. We seek the Dark Lady. We're trying to rescue a friend, and also do what we can to try and stamp out her power. So I don't know if you have help to offer or wisdom or knowledge, but we would love to uh we would love anything that you have to offer us along this journey that we're taking.
You hear this, all three of you hear this soft, hesitant voice respond. I am afraid.
Right?
Keep going. Use your
What are you
words.
afraid of?
Because Cramuel was the first to respond. Cramuel, I'm gonna let you make a persuasion check.
Can I help? Can I help since I have proficiency?
How do you help?
I I frantically just say yes, and we mean that in the best way possible.
Okay, go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage, Cramuel. Did you get
19.
real dice? Oh, okay, thank God. All right, whew.
Hell yeah.
I felt it on this one.
Love that. Hey, my nat 20 was digital dice,
It-
so okay.
Me and digital dice have beef. Like,
Yeah,
I got
they
a
can
whole,
be. Yeah.
I got a whole box. I had them out in the moon. It's fine. It's fine. Real dice. Okay. You hear that same childlike voice respond again. I understand you're here to rescue him. I was rescued by Halsin and his friends. I will clear the way. But the shadows wait for you. They hunger. Do not lose yourselves like I did. And it's at this moment that I'm gonna have Shayna go ahead and make your perception check, please.
Okay.
What
Let's
did they put in this drink?
see. Oh, that's an 18.
Okay, you hear this kind of shattering crack, like a small rock slide, or like lightning. Being out in the wilderness, you've heard like lightning strike trees before or strike mountains. And that's really kind of reminiscent of what this sound is. Like a shattering of rock, and then the kind of cascading, almost rain like sound of a bunch of rocks sliding down a hill.
Um, Cascading rocks sliding down a hill. I am. I guess I'll just like quietly like I'll say shush, and just like kind of hush the group, and like motion for them to come in close and just be like, I think I heard like a rock slide or like a lightning strike or something strange. I have a feeling that our night is not going to be uneventful.
Hill giants.
Hell giants?
Yes. They
Oh,
make their
okay.
own hills at night. Hill giants. Known for
Is the obelisk
breaking the
okay?
law.
You can go
Bring down the
look.
obelisk?
Do you want to go look?
Oh, true.
Yeah. I think
All right.
Secret would run to a window and see.
Cool. Make a perception check for me.
Mm.
See if you notice anything different.
Yeah, that cat. 20.
Okay.
Yo, let's go.
Yeah. All right.
Rolling,
So,
rolling good today.
too bad we're not in combat.
I know, right? I know. As soon as combat starts.
Hey, I would rather always
That
get the
one.
high rolls in lore-based stuff than combat any day. Like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And I can
True,
run.
absolutely.
I will dash my ass away if I have to in combat.
Listen, like, yeah.
I will take,
Yes.
I will cast invisibility and run.
It's hard to have successful conversations. It's easy to hit people with a big stick.
Hell
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right. So with a, was it a dirty? Indubitably. Was it a dirty 20 or a natural 20, Seeker?
It was 18 plus 2.
Heard. So dirty 20. Okay, so cool. So yes, you notice that there is a difference in the obelisk. You see that a side of it has kind of cascaded and fallen in. Thaniel said he would clear the way. And in our previous session, Halson had mentioned being unable to find a way into the obelisk. And it looks like Thaniel maybe stepped in and made y'all a door.
Okay. So the riddle wasn't about the entrance at the obelisk.
The riddle was not about the entrance. The riddle is about something
What
else.
was the riddle about?
The riddle is about something else.
I'll
On
have to keep
another
thinking on that.
On another note, y'all, I think the stream together has kind of like fizzled out. So with those of you who had knocked before, just go ahead and knock again. Because I don't see it for some reason anymore on my Twitch. So just really quick while we have a moment.
DC'd.
Yeah, just send it
Oh,
to
it
me
did.
again. Collab. Okay, so accept.
Oh.
Accept. It said something went wrong. Stupid. Let me decline and then
I'm
send it
having a
again.
problem with Twitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's being ridiculous.
Cool. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
last week my computer crashed. I was like, I'm a hold on. It's too crazy.
Your computer crashed?
I
Stop.
had to restart.
You
No, that was 2 weeks ago.
did.
I had to restart because everything froze.
Oh my god.
If we ever try to do something like this again, I feel like we should focus on recording the thing rather than like, because I feel like this would have been great. I should have thought of recording.
I
to, like,
record
make
them.
supercuts of this.
I record them
Oh,
on
you
my
do record them.
VODs, so I can download them and send it. I don't know how to send it, but it does record on my VOD.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. If it's your VOD, then I can go in and watch it. Because I was like, man, we should have recorded. Because I feel like, streaming is hard to
Yeah,
manage
and then
in the moment.
I upload them to my YouTube also. So they're on my YouTube as well.
Okay. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
great.
see, I
great.
didn't stream last time, so I was gonna send our recording of last week to my Discord so that people who wanted to see it could watch it.
All right. So yeah,
I don't think I've seen it
cancel
on your YouTube.
cancel the request and then cancel the request to join. All right. So let's see if it'll work now. If you could send it again. Come on, baby.
We can't pay y'all more money because we keeping up the infrastructure. Okay, about that.
About that.
Catch us at TwitchCon. We got new updates coming.
All right. It's working. It's happening.
Yeah.
Things are happening. Open stream together. All right. Just mute that. All right. Send it on over. Morgan, if you want.
For some reason, it's saying it's sending it to Faith
That's
instead of
weird.
sending it to you, but I'm on your channel.
That is weird. Hang on.
So weird.
Yeah, it just said request sent to Where Are the Good. I'm like, what? I'm on Sasha.
No, I see you. You're here. You're here.
Okay.
I see you.
And then in the hyperlink it says where the good guest star.
So weird.
Weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
because now I see you're live. I see you, but you're in Sasha's stream for me. Wait, why is your name blue? Is that why? I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's making like
Anyway.
a chain of us.
Anyway, not important. Back to the game. All right. So,
Back to the game.
we will go ahead and have Seeker do her watch perception check. So, for your general kind of perception check, Seeker, go ahead and make another one for me. Because the other
Oh,
one
so
was
another
specifically
perception
for because the other one was
for the
specifically
obelisk.
for the obelisk, and this is the
Right.
watch perception. Yeah.
Okay. 16.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, cool. So with a 16, you notice that Mo has tried to stealth her way into the tavern. She's not as sneaky as she thinks she is. But she's kind of slipped in through a side door, and she's not trying to attract attention. She doesn't seem to be up to anything weird. She's just kind of making her way around the edges of the inn, not trying to interrupt anybody. But she is making her way towards Halsin, kind of who has come out from where he's been taking refuge in the inn and is doing his, some meditation, like in the moonlight, kind of in like the courtyard area. Karlak comes up and like kind of sniffs his knee, and without opening his eyes, he gives her a little pat on the head, and then she lopes away, and you hear her toenails click, 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 click as she enters in through the door that Shayna opened for her, and she comes over to Cramuel and kind of rubs herself like in the figure eight, like around his legs, because she's finally done pooping and feels so much better. But you see that Mo um, kind of makes her way over to Halsin, and she doesn't say anything, and he doesn't open his eyes from his meditation, but she puts out her hand, and his fingers interlock with hers, and they just kind of stand there together for a moment in the moonlight.
Okay. I think Seeker would leave them to their moment. They seem to be having a moment together. So I think she would just make a mental note, and leave them to it.
Cool. All right, are we ready to move on to our individual watches, y'all?
Yes. I think so.
Awesome. Who wants to go
That was
first?
exciting.
Let's start with Seeker first, since we did Cramuel first last time. We'll go the opposite way. All right, awesome.
Okay.
So as people begin to nod off and we start the rotation of, the last few hours of the night, kind of, it's the wee hours of the morning almost at this point. And Seeker, as you kind of sit on your own, the fire in the center of the common room crackling, the soft sighs of the patrons sleeping, the staff moving around, starting to get ready for like the next shifts that are going to be taken off within a few hours. What is going through your mind? What are you thinking about as you kind of settle in and have a few moments of quiet on your own?
And pause up. Can y'all still hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. My computer just booped at me, and so
Boop.
so I think that
Oh, did we lose her?
No!
No!
No.
Surprise, surprise!
Surprise,
I knew it.
surprise! There we
We
go.
back, we back.
We
Okay,
back. We back.
back.
We
I
live.
knew it was doing something. That's why I asked.
As soon as we're like, you're fine, go ahead. And it's
Man.
just
um, but okay. So I think that Seeger would be just looking around and trying to look out and watch. But I think she would also, in the back of her mind, she wouldn't be paying much attention because she'd be going over the riddle in her head and trying her hardest to figure out the riddle. So I think she'd be just like half focused on the watch and half focused on the riddle.
You want me to read the riddle again?
Yes, it was
Okay.
something about a hand that doesn't
I
hand that
have
doesn't strike.
it. I have it.
And five fingers.
Hmm?
Like I can't remember.
Mhm. I love these books. So this is my random encounters one, but I also have a dungeons, traps, and puzzles one. I have a lot of really, and they just have a lot of kind of random stuff that just like sparks creativity and makes running like kind of improv games like so much easier for me. Because you know how sometimes you get like those mental blocks where you're like, what's this NPC's name? It's like, gateway puzzles. Hold on, I need to go to the riddles section.
Yeah. Messing with my computer.
Table of contents. Rhymes and riddles, page 110. Heard that. My friend always makes fun of me. She's like, nobody's talking to you. Why are you saying heard that? I'm like, shut up, ho. You don't know me. You don't know my life.
the other spelling. The other spelling.
Right, yes. Heaux. Okay. So it is this one. Come on, baby. Where you at? Mm-mm-mm.
So I completely forgot.
Yeah, I have it. Surprise, surprise. No, I have that stuck in my head.
Good. It can leave my head now. I need someone else to take this.
Pass it on.
What's the song to get rid of an earworm?
This
I
is the
think
song
We Three
that
Kings is one of
never
them.
ends. What?
Is that it?
No, I don't know.
No, I don't need Lamb Chop right now.
Because that one will just get stuck instead.
I
I'm
love
pretty
Lamb
sure that
Chop.
when I was growing up, it was We Three Kings. That'll get
I
rid of
love that
any song that's
song.
stuck in your head.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's
'cause
a good
it's
point.
supposed to be like the anti-earworm. Like it won't get stuck in your head, but
Really?
it'll get rid of a song.
It won't get
It's
stuck in
supposed
your
to
head?
be. I don't know.
What is it? I missed. My computer froze up. What was the
We
anti-earworm?
Three Kings. We
We
Three
three
Kings. The
kings
hymn.
of Orient are
Nah,
bearing
I'll be.
gifts.
Yeah.
Yo.
We
Yeah,
traverse
I don't-
afar,
please.
field and fountain, moor and mountain, following
That was the one
yonder star.
people always said, We Three Kings will get rid of an earworm. So I was like, okay.
Really? I need to keep
Yeah.
that. I need to keep that in my head then.
That's pretty cool.
Try it next time you have something stuck in your head.
Yeah, I get songs stuck in my head all the time.
Yeah.
It's always songs
Sometimes
that I
it's not
don't
that-
like.
Okay, well then you need help. Then you need
I'm
help.
always like, get
'Cause
out of
usually-
my head.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. This is taking me a minute. I was like, did I find it online? What the fuck? I know it was in here.
Oh my goodness, this OBS.
Wasn't it like a hand that cannot strike?
Yes.
Yeah,
Without
I was
permission.
very specific for a reason because of the very specific answer. And now I can't find it.
And
Dungeon
five
Master
fingers.
issues. Yeah.
It was a severed head.
I should have written it down. I do have a guess, actually.
Severed head.
Yeah,
I'm about to go to
I have
the.
guesses, but
Well, that's embarrassing. Anyway.
That's not embarrassing.
Ugh.
no. I do think
It's
I
okay.
do thought you had it written down or something.
In this book!
Oh,
So wait,
It was
is that
in this
book? Does it
book.
have a digital version? Maybe we can look it up. What's the book called?
But I don't want y'all to see the
Well, we don't have the
answer.
answers.
Yeah.
Oh, right,
Oh,
right,
yeah.
right.
Not gonna work.
Never mind.
Okay.
I was about to look
You
it up,
know
too.
what? Somebody
Oopsies.
go to last week's episode and get it
Let's
for
see.
me.
On your VOD, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all might hear me a little bit because I'm trying to.
Lydia. Halson throwing shade? Oh no, that's a clip.
Yeah, I got it. I got it, y'all.
You found it?
Uh huh.
Oh, you got the. Okay, great.
Yeah, I got the thing. Sorry about the sound. So, let's move on to while I'm looking this up. Is there anything else that you want to do during your time kind of on your own, Seeker, before we move on to our other two party members?
I think she's kind of one track mind, and
Focus.
it's irritating her that she can't figure it out. So
So,
she's like
we'll
fixating on
headcanon,
it a little
yeah,
bit.
we'll headcanon that you are trying to recall the poem exactly without like reading the
Yes.
book. Because
Yes.
last time you read the book, like it hurt you, and like
Yes.
while I'm looking this up, then I'll like say the riddle. So Shayna, let's go ahead and move on to you, with your individual time. What as the seeker kind of passes you, I don't know if you guys do like a little handoff as you shift watches, but what is Shayna thinking about, pondering as she settles in for the night? And has some time on her own to kind of contemplate everything that's been going on.
Yeah, so Shayna will like the way that watches were done back in the Grove or the Enclave that she grew up in was you get a report from the other person, so she'll probably have a short conversation with Seeker, hear a little bit about the obelisk and other things that Seeker noticed on her time. Then Shayna will do a little bit of a perimeter around the building, just kind of taking in surroundings, like looking around to kind of make sure, like she's got her torch and stuff, looking around to kind of make sure she has a general understanding of like how things are, just in case things change during her time at night. And then she goes back to wherever the watch spot is, and she just like sits and kind of tucks in for that time. Shayna wants to, while she is doing her perimeter, you said that there were mice and crickets and other like little insects and things like that. So when you have a second, Shayna will probably want to talk to them. She's got one last spell slot, so she's going to use Speak with Animals. Oh, and actually, I should have used it earlier. Before she goes on her little walk, she will use it and she'll have a little quick conversation with Karlach. So that'll be the first thing.
Okay, y'all, I'm coming up on the riddle.
No worries.
Riddle time.
I'm yawning like I go to bed at this time. It's only like 9 o'clock.
Okay, so
But
the
it's your
riddle
birthday.
is, y'all ready? Okay, so the riddle is, I'm not a hand, but I can reach out and strike you.
Oh, I'm not a hand. Okay.
I have 5 fingers, but I cannot touch anything until you allow me to.
Is it like a gauntlet
It's a Caniac
or like a
Candy.
glove? Wait,
I'm not a
how would we know
hand, but
that
I
the
can
riddle's
reach
right or
out
not?
and strike you.
Mhm.
I have
You need to
5
read the
fingers, but I
secret.
cannot touch anything until you allow me to. Okay, there. Thank you for your patience.
Okay, mute it. You read the secret if you was talking
All
Oh,
right,
about.
Shayna.
I was
Oh,
repeating.
okay.
I was repeating it in my head, or not. I was speaking it out, but
yeah, yeah. I think it's like a gauntlet or a glove. Because like 5 fingers, or I'm not a hand, but I can strike you because a gauntlet can strike you. And I can't touch unless you allow me to. You'd need to have your hand inside it to work the glove. You know what I mean? Or a gauntlet. That's what I think.
Thanos. We're fighting Thanos.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm thinking a gauntlet because of the setting, but it could be a glove.
Fucking Thanos! That genocidal freak! Who could get it?
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
know,
gonna
right?
lie. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's the chin scars for me, I guess.
Hear me out, Thanos.
I was
Listen.
breaking it down to somebody about why Nier should be romanceable, and they were like, "You should leave the room." I'm like, "I know. I just see myself out."
Not near. Listen, I think there's every Baldur's Gate minor character that could be romanceable.
My friend was like, "The guy who talks to himself in the third person," and I was like, "Look, as a theater
Everybody
kid,
has
I
it.
get it."
I feel like
I
he'd
get
talk
it.
you through it. He's very vocal.
It doesn't help that his voice actor also does the voice of Elgernon in Veilguard, which is also problematic.
Another problematic hear me
So
out.
bad.
Yeah.
So bad. Anyway,
Uh,
sorry, tangent. Alright, y'all.
so the things that Shayna wants to do,
Mm.
she casts Speak with Animals. I believe, how long does it have? 10 minutes?
I Speak with
Hang on.
Animals
Yeah,
last.
10-minute duration.
Okay.
Unless you
Is
want to
it
make
10
it last
minutes?
longer. But I think it's a 10-minute duration.
Really?
She wants to talk
I thought it
with
lasted for an
Karlach.
hour. I thought it lasted for an hour. No?
It says 10 minutes on D&D Beyond.
I think that's game time.
I don't know if y'all are using a different handbook, because the same thing happened with Chill Touch last time.
No.
Y'all were saying it's melee.
No,
and D&D
it's.
Beyond says it's range.
You know what? The thing is, like, I'm not sure what is my kind of homebrew stuff, like what I've just kind of come up with, like within the course of my games. What is the new 2024 stuff, and then what is like 2014 like actual stuff. And I don't want to look it up. So usually like with my players, like we just kind of come to an agreement like, "Oh, like I thought it was this. Oh, I thought it was this. Okay, we'll just do this." And then we just end up kind of doing that, you know?
Yeah.
Even though
At the
that's
end
not
of
like
the
rules
day,
as written.
you're the DM. So if you say, actually, this spell lasts for an hour, then
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah, I say
or
an
if
hour.
you're like, yeah, no, yeah, that's totally okay. Like, you can change whatever you want to change. That's the great thing about running the game.
For sure. But I do like players to like have a heads up, because I hate when like you're expecting something to
Yeah.
go a certain way and then it like changes. So I'm always open to a conversation. Like that's always on the table.
I do like a little rules MacGyver type stuff where I can like fit things together and come up with something. I've never had a problem. Most DMs I play with like it when you come up with a cool plan and want to help your plan succeed. So
Yeah,
I feel like it'll work out.
Yeah, I prioritize creativity myself. But anyway, you cast Speak with Animals. We'll say it lasts for an hour, and you want to talk to Karlach.
Okay. Sure. Well, Karlach is I do want to talk to Karlach, but I really want to talk to. You said there were mice, crickets, maybe fireflies. that kind of situation. I
Mhm.
want to talk to the nature that's used to people to see if they've seen or heard anything interesting that's been happening over the course of the night. Just to see if there's anything else that we're missing, or maybe that
Amazing.
we missed in our perception checks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
So
So,
first,
go
I
ahead.
go. Go
Sorry.
ahead.
So you want to do Karlak first, or do you want to do the night
Yeah,
creature first?
Carla. Yeah, I would cast it, speak to Carla, and then go outside. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So, Karlak, she has kind of like nodded off, like by Cramul's feet, and she's kind of like doing that puppy, woo, 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 like where they're kind of like feet are twitching and like they're making noises like while they're sleeping. But because you've cast this spell on you, you hear what she's saying, and she's like kind of muttering like, "Don't let that deer get away. I can catch him, Mama. I can. I don't know where I can't go. Venice is my favorite." And then she kind of like wakes herself up like she's about to like launch herself like at its haunches, and kind of like wakes herself up with the motion of that, and she's like, "Oh, oh, 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 okay." And she kind of like settles back in and like doesn't go to sleep. She just puts her like head on her feet.
I go ahead and put my hand on her belly and I say, "Oh, what a good girl." And I kind of wait for her expression to change when she realizes that we could like converse and like she can understand, like not just dog understanding. Like I hear kibble, I hear this. Like it's like a full conversation.
So she does this thing with her head where cause she's like a wolf puppy, she's a cub. So her ears aren't like fully standing upright yet. So she does the kind of like,
Mhm.
as she kind of like puzzles it out and her ears are just kind of like,
Yeah, flopping over.
as she
Yeah.
moves her head. And then like they kind of go back, like kind of like Snoops are right now. And she does the little kind of like butt wiggle. And she's like, "Oh, are you talking to me? It's so nice to be talked to. I was so small back at the tribe, nobody talked to me, but I love talking to people. What do you want to talk about? I have so much to say."
I will spend a few minutes just talking with Karlak about, uh, you know, like going on walks and running through the forest, and we just like basically we're both like we're trying to be quiet, but we're doing a really bad job, and we're being very energetic and like in the corner just kind of like, "Oh my god, isn't it great going for walks? Yeah, I love going for walks. Don't you love running through the forest? Oh my god, me too." And we're just like, you know,
Did we just become
and then to
best
like just end
friends?
it. Yep. To like end it, I will I'll tell her, "Okay, well, Cramuel needs you, okay? Needs you to be ready and ready to go just in case anything happens, because you know there's been a lot of stuff going on. So I need you to be a good girl, get your rest, and make sure that you're watching out for Cramuel, okay?"
I can do that. I'd love to do that. He's my best friend. I've never had friends before, but now I have them because of him, and I just love him. Can I ask you a question? Do you have a moment for a question? Can I ask you something really quick?
Any question you have?
Why does he smell like three people?
3 people?
He
Wait,
doesn't
he smells
always
like
have
three
he doesn't
people?
always have the same scent.
3?
Like sometimes he smells like sulfur and sometimes he smells like raspberries and sometimes he just smells like a really bad day. I haven't had a bad day. I haven't been in the world that long yet, but I imagine if I had a bad day, that's what it would smell like. And sometimes he smells like that and it's concerning.
Um, I don't know why he smells like a bunch of. Do I know why?
No.
No? Okay, I don't know why. I'll just be like, Karlak, some people just smell different sometimes. But you're gonna be good for Cramuel, right? You're still gonna protect him and
Oh,
be
of
good for
course.
him and
Of
make sure
course I
that
will.
he's
I was gonna
okay,
do it
good girl.
anyway, but I'm extra special gonna do it because you asked. I really like you.
Oh.
I really like you. You don't smell like three people. You smell like one person. You smell like a very strong person, but also like a very soft person. Like, are you soft? Are you strong? I feel like those are conflicting smells. Why?
No, they're not conflicting at all. You can be strong from the things that you've gone through, but also soft when you're ready to unpack those things.
Like when we
So,
hunt a deer and it's got hard antlers but like a soft belly? Like that?
exactly. You got it, Carlac. And then Shayna will like walk in and like put her arms like, Carlac is bigger is not bigger than Shayna, but like big enough that it's like an issue for Shayna to try to hug her. She'll like wrap her arms around Carlac's neck and just like kind of rub her gently and just be like, "You're such a good girl," and I'm so happy we picked you up. I'm so happy that Craniel adopted you. And then and then I'll like, kind of like tell her to go back to sleep. And I know I stirred her up, so it takes a while to get her relaxed and calm again. And maybe I have to give her a couple treats so that she'll like chill
So
out and
she's
stuff.
like high energy, high energy, high energy, and then boom, sleep. She's done. She's tapped out.
I love it.
Awesome.
So then Shayna will go outside. She does a perimeter, and it can be like one check, but I just kind of want to talk to the animals around. That was the main reason for casting Speak with Animals.
Sure.
And see if any of them have, I just want to talk to crickets, fireflies, mice,
Knight
birds.
of coins.
Ooh, tarot card.
Knight of coins.
Just basically see if there are little animals flitting around that have anything interesting to say, kind of. It doesn't have to be like, I know I'm like, it's on the fly, whatever, but like, this is the kind of thing Shayna would do. She would want to talk to the little bits of nature around.
Of course. So, since the sun is going to be up relatively soon, a lot of the animals are in a hurry, but a possum does make its way over to you. What do you want to know from this possum?
I guess, what would a possum know? I ask, have you had any good scraps today? Did you find any good scraps out by the trash pile, or anything interesting going on with the people over there?
You know the way I live my life, we in the trenches, you feel me? We out here every day digging it up and scrapping it out and making what's possible, making the impossible possible. We possuming. People say I'm playing possum. No. I'm possuming the play. You feel me? You dig? You picking up what I'm throwing down, Slim?
Yeah. Okay, spoken word possum. Okay.
All right. Well,
Have you seen anybody?
Yeah, I seen you and your posse coming through here and spreading your name. All of my little critters in the area, we got our ears perked up. We ready, looking out for signs of those shadow folks creeping back in because a lot of people died. My hood, it all went down. They gone now. R.I.P. Pour one out for 'em. I'm scrapping for 'em. I'm gonna get scraps for 'em. They in the earth now.
I love this possum. So no sign of the shadow folk right now. You haven't seen anything like that.
There was a man.
So
There was a really, really white man. He was out here with a really, really white bird, and they were asking about some girl who poured out drinks for her homies, and she felt bad about it, but I ain't worried about them. Ain't seen some of them snooping around, but y'all knocked him out, put him in the earth like my homies, you feel me?
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm guessing like a man who's like paper white with like a bird that's like paper white is what it means.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what he's referring to, yes.
Okay. Gotcha. That's good. I pull out my notebook. I scroll that down. I reach into my pack and I pull out like a handful of berries and put them on the ground, and I just like, give him a little head nod, like, "Thank you, Sir Possum. Work well done. I hope this helps you and your clan."
Hey, I got the baby's mamas and the baby's mamas mamas and the daddies daddies. I gotta handle them all, you feel me? It's we in the trenches. We out here scrounging. Hey, hey, you want a bit of advice? You see anything coming for you? Just play dead. They'll walk around you. Ain't nobody wanna touch a dead possum. And I see the possum in you, friend. I see it. It's there. It's deep.
Yeah, I take it in, do some snaps, and I'm like, yeah, word, thank you, my man.
I'm gonna remember this. I'm gonna remember.
uh,
We don't forget. Peace out. All love.
yeah.
And the possum slips
Yeah,
away.
yeah. Tell your homies I said. Tell your homies I said. Yeah, I said hi. Yeah. And then I'll finish my perimeter walk, go inside, and just like sit the rest of my watch, or wherever the watch is happening. I sit there and just like finish out my watch and just kind of think about the information I gathered, and also think about the riddle a little bit more.
Heard that. All right, so let's move on to Cramuel.
All right.
Ready?
It's,
What
yeah.
are you thinking about
All
as
right.
you find a moment of silence to yourself?
All right. So at this point, Cramuel woke up. He's looking around. He see Carlock was he felt her move from her original position, so he just looked, grabbed her so she could walk with him. He goes to the tavern. He goes to the first floor where everyone is, where the fire is, and he sets up some chairs around, and he pulls out his holy symbol of Tyr, and he just lays it out in the palm of his hand. He unravels it from like an old bloody cloth. Um, he leaves it there, and he's just walking around the perimeter doing his nightly walk, and he comes back and he just sits down, stares at the fire, and not talking to anyone in particular. He just mumbles and goes through the Cramuel. I'll just take over from here. Ugh, ugh, ugh. I have to stop drinking. This is just a pain at this point.
Go ahead and make for me a Constitution saving throw to see if you are drunk yet.
All right.
Oh no.
Y'all even about to get.
Oh yes.
Let's see. Let's see. Constitution. Okay. 18.
Nice.
Hell yeah. You can
So
hold that liquor.
being a soldier, cause I'm a soldier. All right. So being a soldier, I don't know for Cramuel if it's a point of pride or a point of frustration, but your tolerance is high. It takes a lot for you to kind of reach the level of intoxication that you want to be at. When everyone around you is having a good time and they're sipping and you're trying to get on their level, sometimes you just can't. Sometimes it takes maybe a little bit more than you're comfortable with to get there. And as you kind of look at your bottle and look out at the fire and kind of look at the empty spaces around you as the quiet of the night, the encroaching dawn has kind of settled around you. This is going to be one of those nights where you're not going to be able to forget the burdens you carry, the things you've done, and you feel it. You feel the weight of that. The burden of being unable to let go of your duty. Because while death is lighter than a feather, duty tends to be heavier than a mountain. Sometimes.
Carlox, please sit. Sit. Ah, just so you know, I'm not really stupid. It's just I never quite get used to it. So I just found ways to deal with it. I'm not sure if you really understand, but it's the stares, the looks. When you're like that, everyone kind of forgets you're a tiefling. Oh, look, the demons, the bad blood, devils. Which would you rather? The stairs or, oh, that's just a little flare up of my necro. Yeah, it's real, like super rare from what that bumbling guy said, but mostly found in extremely handsome tiefling paladins, I believe. It's like sleepwalking, but with justice. I just really black out, and when I come to, bam, piles of bodies with corpses. Sometimes evils, sometimes alphabetized. Happens more times than you would think, but some people say it's me, but no, I don't think it's me. That's really him. The Crimson Tear.
Make an animal
He's,
handling check for me really quick while you're talking to Karlak
yeah.
about this.
Alright. Animal handling. Thank God I put that +1. Give me something good. 7. Never
Okay.
mind. Alright.
Oh no.
It's not a high DC. Um,
Yeah.
so Karlak being not just a big wolf, but a wolf from the Wolf Rider tribe. Uh, in the Wolf Rider tribe, wolves are not just the wolf that a rider bonds with is not just a pet or a friend. They are in certain ways a partner. They ride their wolves. These elves ride their wolves into battle. They share their lives together. They have this kind of deep bond and connection with their mounts, with their friends. They are of one pack, not two separate ones. And so, as you are speaking to Karlak about this, as you are leveling with her about the kind of levels of your personality and who you are, you get the feeling like it's almost like you have a telepathic connection. There are images that kind of flash into your mind of battle, of chaos. You see these elves riding their mounts into battle, and you see the way that they move is not of rider and mount, but of one creature honed in on one target, one purpose, one mind. And you feel this kind of tingle in the back of your brain that Karlak really understands what you're saying. And not just that she understands, but that this is a kind of symbiotic relationship that while she is striving to understand you, there is kind of this expectation of reciprocity? Reciprocation. In that, with you taking on this direwolf pup, it is not just the responsibility of owner and pet, but it is of warrior and companion, rider and mount, left hand, right hand, one body, one mind, one attack. And in this moment where you're leveling with her and sharing this, you really get that your enemies are my enemies, and we take them on together.
That's so sweet.
You set me up. You set me up for this one. uh, oh, people say it's me doing it, but no, that's not me. That's him. The Crimson Tear. He's the real, the other guy. Shows up when things get ugly, battle starts, blood flies, and I'm just out like a light. And when I wake up, the bad guys are shredded like infernal cabbage at the family cookout. Next thing I know, I'm standing there in the aftermath like a goddamn heroic statue. My cape always flapping, even when there's no wind. That I would love for someone, anyone, to explain that scientifically. It's just been a lot. I've lately been in control for months, but these last few jobs have just completely wore me out. So I've just decided it's fine. Let him play the hero. Let him find glory, his little glory fix. But when I was touched by that dagger and I realized how dangerous he could be, Ramiel, the cruel, before there was the Crimson Tear. He technically killed my last party. All of them. Garbax, Sculla, the Bone Pants Twins, Sunday and Salter. Righteous? Completely far from it. Ethically confused? Sure, on a good day, who isn't? But, you know, they were my evil friends. We even shared a bank account. Gladys Boorish. I should probably check on that. We did have a good amount of gold. Up. Long story short, I woke up surrounded by their bodies. Not a scratch on me, of course, you know, with my skin. Just blood on my sword and a smug sense of closure I couldn't explain. The village, they ransacked it. I just knew it wasn't right, but the look they gave me, it felt oddly satisfying. I just wanted them to die a little, not a lot. But when I woke up to, you know, out of the whole apocalyptic judgment thing, they thanked me. Like, they thanked me, which was odd. If they only knew we let that we agreed they didn't deserve Tyr's help since I wasn't allowed to be there. Last thing I remember was our group Skulla's contact. The Raiders. The same ones that enslaved the village. The cultists that worship their beloved Absolute. They all were a part of it. Right under my nose. That's when I knew he did it. The Crimson Tear. And ever since, I've been hunting. People say he's me. I'm him. That I'm chasing a part of myself I don't want to face. That's completely dumb. I trip over rocks and make up diseases. Hell, I've turned people green while healing them. I once smited a cursed mirror and knocked myself out. That's not evil. That's charming. But still, you know, sometimes I look in the reflection. I never really see me. Just see him staring back, calm, cold, perfect. Perfect, right here. That's why really follow Tyr? He doesn't ask me to be perfect. It's just justice, you know? Justice is the only thing I got left that makes any sense. Everything else is hash, betrayal, and morality confusing dinner party. Like, really, which of these forks am I supposed to use? There's a fork, this little salad, or shrimp fork? No, 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 no. None of that, but justice. Justice? That's real. It's simple. Right is right, and wrong gets smite. So I made the oath. It was me. I swore vengeance, swore to find the Crimson Tear and end him. Because if I don't stop him, not him, if I don't believe he's someone else, then I have to admit that it was me. I did those deeds. That justice has been wearing my face this whole time, and I never recognized it.
As
So
you
yeah,
are, as you are kind of laying this out for Karlak, you get these images in your mind. You get the vibe that like she's not picking up exactly what you're putting down, but you get these flashes of things that she doesn't understand either. She sends you images of the changing seasons, of the rising and setting sun. She sends you images of a littermate that has fallen ill and that never comes out to play one day for no reason. She sends you this image of a ritual of an elven warrior falling in battle and their body being consumed by the wolf pack so that they may live on within the tribe. You get flashes of darkness and light in the same kind of circular patterns of nature. And you get the feeling that there are a lot of things in this world that don't make sense. But as Karlak kind of whimpers and puts her giant wolf paw like onto your lap and her nails kind of rake across your forearm accidentally, you're brought back to the present, to where you are, to the people around you and what is currently happening in this moment. And her eyes get big and sad.
oh, don't worry about it's it's okay. Like you'll just remember on the battlefield, no one sees my face. As long as you see my back, that means I'm moving forward with all of the looks, the stares, the rage. And that's all I can do is move forward on to the next battlefield with my lovable little puppy. So yes, just remember necrolepsy. It's real, it's tragic, and it's the only excuse I've got left. So I think that last flash was you needing to use the bathroom. The others wake up.
All right.
Let's
So
go get you cleared up.
all right, so we, with the sun rising, everybody gets their full 8 hour long rest. So you can hit that on your little D&D Beyond character sheets. Spell slots restored, hit points restored. It is 8:21. Does anybody? I think we should take like a small break in case anybody needs to use the restroom or get a drink refill. What does everybody think?
Yeah, I'm good with that. Take an intermission.
Okay, small
Mhm.
intermission because I've finished my wine, and we'll be back in. So it's 8:22. We'll be back at 8:32. 10 minutes, y'all. I am gonna refresh my Twitch
Perfect.
stream here because Morgan is frozen. I know you're there, friend, but on
Yeah,
my thing,
she
it's
moving, you moving.
Yeah, she's moving on your side, but she's making. It's a beautiful facial expression that she's making over here on my side. But I am gonna
The
refresh. I am
hug.
gonna refresh it. So, all right, we'll see y'all in 10.
All right.
All right.
All right, peeps. So I pulled the Knight of Coins, and I will read. I will reread for those who did not hear. The Knight of Coins is a diligent warrior who is put in the work to set the world right. They got the name Itzi Ibib, my best, the South African deity. Uh, can be as stubborn as an ox, getting into trouble for his efforts. He is strong, loyal, determined in all things he sets his mind to. Upright, it means ambition, hard work, persistence, and being efficient. It did not come in reversed, so thank the Lord. You was talking to me, Sasha?
Hi, everybody. Okay, good. Thank you.
Sorry, I was trying to fix my camera. I think we're good. I can't hear Sasha if she's talking to us. 8-Bit, could you talk? I don't know if I can
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
you.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Yeah, we can hear
Good.
you.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
We
Hello.
live? Oh my god, did y'all love my oh my god, spoken word possum took me out.
Hey, look, the
The
possum. You used to
possum.
get the
Okay, I
possum on
love
the
the
forums.
possum. The possum energy was great. I was not expecting that, but you know what? The possum kind of sounded like, I've got my family, I got people to take care of, I got this, I got that. It was kind of on brand for a possum. I love it.
Yeah,
He shows
it
up
is.
in every single one of my campaigns, y'all. He's so much fun. I base him, his name is Tony. He's based off one of my friends who does drum beats on Sundays down in Congo Square. Nicest
Oh
guy. If y'all
no.
ever end up in Congo Square, go find Tony the storyteller. He'll tell you something. He'll tell you
Congo
some
Square in
stories.
New Orleans. I
Yeah.
love going to New Orleans. Oh my god. If I
It's a
ever
Amazing.
fun
listen, if
place.
I'm ever making a trip to New Orleans, I'm gonna tell you because I know you'll know all the good
You
places to go.
should. You should. Oh my god, it'd be so fun. I love playing tour guide. It's so much fun.
Yes, I love New Orleans.
Atlanta's not that far. It's not that far. I go.
No.
I'll be out there for Dragon Con. So when I'm out there, if I'm
Oh
out there this
yeah.
year, I'll let you know.
Yes, please. Yes,
I
yes.
love Dragon
We'll have to
Con.
at least do a little something.
Yes,
Meet up
I
somewhere.
didn't go last year, but I definitely want to go this year. Definitely.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, y'all. We ready to get back into it? Everybody had their little stretch, got their little drink.
Yes, I decided to drop my stream because it's a lot to manage.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. I don't know how
So
y'all
I
do
think I'm gonna do.
the TikTok streams like on the regular. That shit is crazy.
I'll be.
I can't.
My
I need to get
eyes
into
be
it, but
dying.
It's a lot of work. I
I
was
just
like,
because you're on the whole time. Like,
yeah,
oh my god.
it's a lot of work. Like it's a lot of work. I'm not used to
Is
having
it
my
different
face on
than Twitch
stream.
streaming?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a lot
Yeah.
more to manage. I feel like it's a lot. And I'm not used to having my face on camera. So it's like I'm over there like, "Oh, stop. Don't do that."
I feel like they're pretty similar. I feel like it's just being on stream in general is just a lot. Like when I'm making a video, I pick the time, I pick the place, I pick the level of energy I'm ready to put out. And then people respond to it how they respond to it. You know, I put it out there and then I just wait to see how people respond to it.
Isaac's here,
But when you're on
y'all.
stream,
When you're on stream, what?
go ahead, go. No, you just have to match other people's energy, so it's just a lot.
But see,
We'll
here's
get
the
there
thing is
eventually.
you're a Cancer, right? You're a water sign. So like I like to explain that to everybody who's like a water sign. I'm like water takes the shape of whatever vessel you put it in. So it's really natural for water signs to try to like meet people where they're at. Like for me, like I'm a Leo, so I bring the fire, right? Like I'm just like kind of out there and sometimes like I can simmer down a little bit. Like sometimes I need to just, sometimes like I temper my flames a little bit to kind of get on people's level, but most of the time like I end up either gassing people up cuz they're air signs or like we make steam if they're water signs or I don't know. Earth signs are kind of tough for me because they're so like set. They're so like settled. But most of my friends are either water, air, or like other fire signs. Like I'm doing a co-op stream with a Scorpio right now. Morgan, what's your horoscope? Do you remember? Did you ever tell me? I couldn't remember. Aren't
I'm a
you
Scorpio,
Scorpio?
but I'm
Yeah.
not anything like Scorpios.
I think you are. I think you are a little bit. I think you are a little bit. I think you are a little bit.
Sasha's
Not
like,
mean.
listen.
Not in the mean way. Not in the mean way. Not like, cause Scorpios get a bad rap that like
Yeah.
they get a bad reputation, and I really vibe with Scorpios. Like I really really love them. Okay, I have a history of dating them, so I'm a little biased. But like I really love that like it takes time to get to know them. You know what I'm saying? Like they've got the personality that they present to people and then there's kind of the real them that they save for people that they really really like. And I just feel so special when I can kind of crack that shell and get cancers are kind of the same way. Like y'all are super sweet and like kind and you have a lot to like give, but it's only kind of the really special inner circle that gets to that deeper level. And I love having the privilege of like kind of making that inner circle and really getting to know not just who you present yourself as, but like who you really are. I think that's really awesome, and I see a little bit of that in you, and like I love that. I love that about water signs. It's one of my favorite things for sure. But not everybody believes in horoscope stuff, so that's just my perspective.
Find it interesting. I don't know if I believe in it. Like, like I feel like I find it interesting. I find it it's like a fandom for me, if that makes sense. It's like a
Yeah.
thing that you listen to it, you're like, whatever. You still, hey, listen, you offered me a tarot reading. We still have yet to do
Yes,
that.
we have to
Can
do
we-
it. It's
may-
your
maybe
birthday
ne-
week. Yeah. Next
yeah,
session.
maybe
Maybe we could.
we could
We could jump on early and I could just do it for you
Yeah.
like next session. That would be fun.
Yes, I'm down for that. I
That would be
listen,
fun.
like I said, it's like harmless to me the way that I view it, and I also like just find it like so interesting. Like I just love the art, the symbols, the thought behind everything, the categorization. Like there's something that two people. Hang on.
Sorry,
Or
I
did
had
I
to
did I
refresh.
drop?
No, you're good. I had to refresh because Morgan froze again.
Oh no.
Morgan is frozen for everyone, but it is okay. She back.
Is she back?
Morgan, I'm so sorry. What is
It's her,
the internet?
try again.
Are
Come on,
y'all out
baby.
are you in Kentucky right now?
It's not the
Yeah.
internet.
Is
It's
it like a Kentucky thing with the internet or?
No, it's
I
a
don't
Twitch.
know.
That's Twitch together. I'm
oh
telling
my
y'all, it is not
god.
optimized. It's not optimized.
Now
It's
you're all
literally
pixelated.
streamed together.
There. Okay, I
It's,
fixed it.
it's not optimized at all.
Yeah, because
There, I
also
fixed it.
TikTok
Okay,
Live
Morgan, you're
plus
back.
OBS
Faith, you're
eating up
back.
my
8-bit, you're back. We're back. Okay. Y'all are good.
awesome. Yeah, my CPU was tanking and my internet was also pretty throttled when I was trying to stream, but both places, and that usually doesn't happen, so it might be a Twitch together thing. But TikTok Live is also notorious for consuming CPU and internet bandwidth, so
Feel that. All right, y'all. Now that we've had our little break, let's get back into it.
let's do it.
It is 8:41. How much longer do y'all want to go? Do we have
I'm good to
another
go,
hour
and
in us?
I think
That would put us at 10
whatever
o'clock.
Morgan you're good with is what I'd be willing, because I have another hour in me. I could go until 11 my time, which is an hour and 20 minutes, but I don't want to keep everybody that long. So
My kids are occupied, and my husband should be getting home sometime soon. So
Okay, so we have another hour and 20 minutes in us. Another hour?
I'm good for whatever. I'm good for whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So,
and if that changes, Morgan, feel free, because you know you got priorities.
yeah, that's okay.
kids, man.
Yeah,
They're so great, though. You have the best boys. Your little
they're
co-streamers.
good boys. Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Your
So,
kids seem chill. They seem real chill.
No,
y'all
No?
should have seen them at
I
the
mute my mic because
100
they're
follower celebration. That shit was so great. It was so fun.
yeah,
It
it
was so fun.
But they're loud and rambunctious, and yeah, they're being good now, but they're in their room being loud, so my mic's not
Okay.
picking it up, and I keep muting it when they start getting loud.
Go see the catastrophe later that happened in your
Yes.
room.
Yep.
All right, y'all. So, to bring us back in, dawn breaks, life comes to the waning moon inn. Um, and we move forward on the next leg of our journey. So, for the sake of time, I will say that Halcyon escorts y'all to the obelisk. You do see that there is an opening now in the obsidian structure that was not there before. If anybody wishes to convey to Halcyon, like what... oh my god, my cat needs to go into the kitchen. Go on, baby, go! Sorry. If anybody wishes to convey to Halcyon what Thaniel communicated to them, I would say his response would be optimistic and grateful. He does not venture with y'all into the obelisk because he has a responsibility to Rythwin as kind of a not official leader but a de facto leader. He has a lot of responsibility here with everything that's happened in the town. So he does not go into the obelisk with you guys, but I will say that he does lead you like to it. And if anybody has anything they want to kind of say to Halcyon to wrap up that interaction before he departs from our scene, now is the time. He does
Mhm.
leave the book with you. He does give Seeker the book.
Birthday girl.
Yep.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. All right, go ahead.
Can I say a prayer to? I'll take Halsin's hands. I'm like 3 feet tall, so my arms are like. Maybe I get up on a rock or something. And I take his hands.
I imagine
and...
really quick that as you like put your hands, like Carlac comes up and like nudges up between your legs, and you're like on her back, like.
Oh, perfect.
She's
You know what?
she's a wolf rider wolf, so like it's in her nature.
Honestly, like when you're doing ordained, because my last character was a cleric to Eldith, so when you're ordaining or like blessing things, Eldith requires elements of nature in order to do a blessing. So having Karlak nearby would make the prayer even stronger.
Perfect.
So I grab his hands and I say like we revere Sylvanas in our religion to Eldith, and so I just as we part. Oh man, we lost Morgan again.
She'll be back. She'll be right back.
Okay, I'll keep going. As we part, I just would like to say a prayer to my goddess, and bestow, not bestow, but like encourage nature to bless you.
Yeah,
along
like
your way,
invoking
and,
the
exactly.
elements of
Just
nature.
exchanging whatever positive vibes I can get from my goddess, and just pray, that kind of thing.
100%. As you divulge this prayer, and you feel the kind of warm caress of your goddess, almost like she's cupping you in the palm of her hand. You feel like this small childlike palm settle onto your shoulder. And while you don't see him, because that privilege is only granted to the very few that he chooses to engage with, and it is still kind of like a tentative, hesitant presence. You sense that the nature of this land is very wounded. And there's something in you, Shayna, that understands why, or that this child choosing to present himself to Cramuel would be very like specific to the nature of a half-healed wound. And so you see that like you reaching out, it's almost like Daniel is reaching back. But you're not, you're too whole for him to really kind of present himself to you fully. There's something about the broken, the damaged, the wounded, the hurt, the struggling that makes him drawn to very specific people. And so in this moment, his grip is tentative and hesitant. But he is there. He is there. And he acknowledges the depth of your offering, of your invocation. And there is kind of a sense of acceptance. And Halsin just kind of nods his head, kind of very formally lowers it, and he just says, "This place could never be without the assistance of those who give everything for no reason than that they must. I see that in you, even if you may not quite see it within yourselves. Thank you."
Yeah, Shayna jumps down off the rock, like lets go of his hands, jumps down, and she just kind of like nods. She doesn't fully grasp exactly what he's saying, but she just feels she feels his she feels the presence of his god and her goddess, and they have their own communion, so that is encouraging to her.
Cool. Anyone else want to say something to Halson before we
Yeah.
debout? Yes.
Cramiel like just walks up from behind Holson and puts his
Standing
hand
very
on
tall.
his shoulder. Yeah, just stand, but it's
Trying to get those
not.
couple extra inches.
This isn't the regular Cramiel that y'all had. He did not switch back. He's just more relaxed, and he's just like, "Hey, the other guy really don't like you. It's completely nothing personal. He just hates tall people. So it's nothing personal. But I'm 6'8". 6'8".
6'8". Did your height change again since last time?
Like
Also, I'm
paperwork.
6'8".
Like official paperwork.
Don't measure me, but I am.
Like official paperwork. I'm 6'8".
It's on his driver's license.
Yes, like I think we made a pact with like a giant demon or something. I never looked into it, but I'm just too tired for his shenanigans, right? I'll come back and plant a tree with Thaniel, help you guys out once we get back, or whatever y'all need. I'll do what I can. We gotta go.
Halson
And he
just
just
said, "Oh, go ahead." You see
no,
what?
and he's just like he just slowly walks past Halson.
Halson almost kind of like says to himself, "Nature's bounty is always appreciated. Trees are good." And he's
Tell
just very
Thaniel, I wanted to say goodbye, but this seems important.
awesome. Anything
Could I
to?
just?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Shayna has not heard the name of the presence from last night because Cramiel wasn't saying it. So Shayna's ears perk up when she hears the name Thaniel, and she kind of scribbles that down in her notebook.
Nice.
She realizes now who it is.
Very cool. Anything to add, Seeker?
I think Seeker would walk up to him and, you know, I feel like she might be close to his height or a little bit below his height.
Mhm.
And I think she would walk up and shake his hand and say, I appreciate the book, and I appreciate the hospitality of the inn and you guys letting us stay for the night. I appreciate all the help. I hope you have a easier time keeping these people safe.
This kind of slow smile spreads across his face. Doing what is right is rarely easy. But thank you, and best of luck. All right, and we wrap up that interaction, and we are going to move forward into the obelisk. So I'm going to read this description as we survey kind of the crack in the wall. 8-bit, if you want to pull up the map, we can go ahead and show non-video participants. Let me see. Watch stream. Is it up? I want to have it in grid view. Here we go. Okay, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and read this little description. I don't want 8-bit stream PC on here. Okay, there we go. Perfect. All right, cool. So, the crack in the obelisk's wall allows some daylight to filter into a triangle-shaped room ending in a dark, narrow passageway. Stale dead air permeates this tunnel, gently rushing past you and out of the obelisk through the crack in the structure, creating an unsettling breeze that carries the stench of decay. Slightly sweet, musky, and old. You can tell from this distance that a cave-in has collapsed most of the hallway here, with rubble blocking the path. To your immediate left is an archway that leads into pitch black darkness. This is kind of the hallway that is presented to you. So it's very, very dark inside the obelisk. So looking in through this crack, if you look to the left, you can see that it is entirely caved in. This would be the space kind of behind you if you're looking on the map, kind of where our player characters are set up. And then to the right, you see this hallway that just extends into darkness, about 20 feet wide. Along the arch, as you know, this entrance, like there is kind of an arch that is set up like right before the hallway extends, probably like 5 feet inside the kind of space, the crack. Along the arch is a florid script that is carved in Dwarven. Does anybody speak Dwarven?
Only got Infernal.
I speak Dwarven. Sorry, I speak Dwarvish.
Awesome. So Seeker and Shayna can read it. As you kind of squint into the darkness, because everybody has dark vision, right? Correct?
I do not.
You do not. Okay.
Actually.
Seeker,
Wait,
do you
hang
have
on.
dark
How do I
vision?
check?
It should be on your character sheet.
don't
It should
think
be at
I
the
do.
bottom on the left-hand side. I can look on y'all's sheets and tell you.
I don't think I do.
Okay. No, Shayna, you do not. So,
I do have a torch. Could I have my torch up?
yeah, you can light a torch for sure. Yeah, so as Seeker and Shayna squint into the darkness, yeah, Cramil, you have dark vision 60 feet. Nope, Seeker, you do not have it, and Shayna, you do not have it. But as Shayna lights a torch, the script carved onto this archway comes into, you're able to make it out clearly, and it says, "Those that fear truth's light shall be smote by it."
Truth's light.
Those that
Okay.
fear truth's light shall be smote by it.
Truth's light shall be smoked by it.
Smote, like the past tense of smite. Smote.
Might, yeah.
Oh, smote by it. Okay.
Right.
So it sounds like a paladin thing, honestly.
Okay, so as you say that, the party remembers with the mythology around Dame Aelin that she is was a paladin of Selûne.
Yes. So this is a Selûnite shrine in Dwarvish? Interesting. Or has something to do with Selûne, maybe?
Perhaps.
What do you guys think?
I can't read any of this, kiddo.
We tell you.
I understand,
Granuel.
but I don't. I understand, but I don't have the capacity right now.
You're more of a reading comprehension than a listening comprehension. Is that
Fucking
Yeah.
dead.
Like Dame Aelin in tears in my school for tear, we did not speak Dame Aelin. She is a myth.
a myth? What? She would still exist just because
Yes,
you're a
we
different
don't-
religion.
They don't speak of it. They just say she is a myth.
Okay, alright.
It's
Well,
very
I believe in the
misogynistic.
Night Song.
It's
And
very
she-
it's very misogynistic in the tier community.
Gross.
Well, you know what? To me, she's well and alive and off with her lovers, so she's real. I will say that it sounds like we need an element of light, maybe, is my first guess. Like, if it's Saluna, usually light is involved in some way. Um, I don't know. But it's in the shrine is in Dwarvish, so I'm like, is it a Dwarven god that I'm missing out on?
Do you guys go into the obelisk?
I feel like we could. We could. We have our lamps up. Oh no, I think we lost Morgan again.
Oh no,
Yeah,
she's
I
there.
see you.
She's there.
Oh no, she's there. Okay.
Cool.
What do you think,
I stopped.
Morgan?
I stopped streaming.
Starry?
I'm sorry.
No, it's all.
No.
No, robot voice.
Oh no,
Okay, you're good. What were
No,
you
you're
saying?
good now. You're good. Yeah.
am I good? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
Oh no.
Give her a second. Give her a
We
second.
lost
Let
you
her cook.
again.
Let her cook.
Let her cook.
can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Those commercials. Can you hear me now?
Yes, girl. Good. Yes.
Oh no.
It's okay. Kissy face, Morgan. Oh, Isaac's so supportive.
How much? Okay. If we have a full session's worth of stuff left, or maybe if it's more than a session, maybe it's better. Look, especially because we're entering the obelisk without the entire party. Is it better for us to like continue next time? Because I don't mind doing a 5th session if it helps us to get to the end. But I
Right.
feel like we're missing people. We're also all having technical issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, do y'all just kind of want to call it and then we'll try to pick up next time?
I'm okay with trying to continue, but I feel like because of all the things that are working against us right now.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, either way, I'm good either way. I just feel bad for Morgan that I feel bad that
I
it's
know.
giving
And
her a
that's
hard
where I'm
time.
like,
Tech stuff
okay,
is
if we
giving
don't
her a
even
hard
have-
time.
Yeah, we're already missing 2 people. If we don't even have like, Morgan here, I feel like we at least need our seeker. Oh, here you are. Okay, you're
Are you
moving
back?
now.
Am I? Yeah. Sorry, I was here talking, but
Okay, can you
Oh,
say it
God.
not for
again?
you guys.
Can you say it again?
Do what? Do what again?
Do you want
What you was
to
about
go
to do.
into the obelisk? We're trying to decide if we should keep going and like fight through the tech stuff or if we should just kind of call it. What do you think?
Yeah, I was just saying it's up to you guys. I turned off stream, so
Oh,
hopefully it won't be any more technical difficulties for me. Because I don't know what's going on.
it does
with
seem to
OBS.
be working better. It does.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
it? Okay.
All right. All right. Let's go a little bit further
That's
and
up to
then
you guys.
yeah, let's go a little bit further. At least so we can get kind of this set up and then next session we can jump right in.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So do y'all move forward into the obelisk?
I mean, I think so. We don't have any other leads. We have ideas, but we're not sure. So let's go.
All right, cool. Okay, so as you enter the darkness, as soon as you cross through the threshold of this arch, there is a rush of light as a single dancing flame bounces from one oil-filled sconce to the next, setting them alight before continuing its enchanting dance down the hall. You can make out shapes along the walls as your stretched shadows survey the scene. So, if you look at the map, you can see that there are lights along the walls that go maybe every 20 feet. I would say the light sources are actually 10 feet apart. So it's like light source, 2 squares, light source, 2 squares, light source. So while we only see 6 on the map, I would say there are probably 12 that you can see because it's okay. So without dark vision, you can only see maybe like 60 feet ahead. But as these uh, lights kind of fill up the space, it shows you that this hallway, despite the shape of the obelisk, which is this kind of stretched pattern, kind of spiraling stone fixture that grows up into the air, the hallway before you seems to stretch ahead infinitely, as far as you can see in the darkness.
Um. Uh. Well. Uh. Shayna is eager to figure out what's going on in here. She is not coward or not cowering in the darkness. She is kind of, even though she doesn't have dark vision, she's got her torch in her hand.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "Well, I'm gonna step forward if you guys are okay with that," and takes a big step forward. I guess maybe 10 feet or so.
Okay.
Just starts walking.
Amazing. So as you guys begin to make your way down this hallway, I would say the only sounds are the echoing of your footsteps, um, the crumbling of like the grainy type of texture of the stone beneath your feet. If you look up, it is so dark in here. If you look up, it looks like the ceiling stretches into infinity. Crimial, even with your dark vision, which lets you see 60 feet ahead, um, there's not really much to make out except obsidian stone walls and an obsidian stone floor. The lights in the sconces around you give off this faintly purple light.
This is unsavory. I don't know about you all. This feels very, how would one say it? Evil.
Evil.
I can't
Can
even
I
stand
cast
to see it.
a detect magic? Like, can
Ooh, good
Yeah,
I
idea.
you
do?
can cast Detect Magic. So Detect Magic is a spell that you cast upon yourself, and it allows you to see anything magical. I think it lasts for an hour. It allows you to see anything magical about the area around you, or any objects that you see, I believe.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna cast detect magic on myself.
Awesome. So as you cast Detect Magic upon yourself, you close your eyes as the spell kind of settles over you, and you open them, and there's this kind of flash of white as as your cornea, your white cornea, seems to overtake the entirety of your eye. They go totally white for a second as your patron kind of gives you this spell to be able to see all of the magic that surrounds you. Your companions kind of alight with different glowing colors with the magic items that are already upon them. And as you look around, um, there is nothing specifically magical about the space around you. The walls and the air and the floor all kind of permeate with this dark intensity. But there is nothing specifically that is revealed to you that seems to be innately magical. You get the feeling that as you walk through this obelisk, as you move forward, something is not right. Not everything is as it seems. And as you guys continue to go forward and forward and forward, there don't seem to be any forks in the road, no variation of the path. It seems to be a straight line that just continues endlessly ahead. And your spell, your skin begins to prickle, and the hairs at the back of your neck stand up. And Seeker, you know immediately that something isn't right.
for a second.
Ah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm back.
Back?
You're
Okay.
here. Yes,
Can you hear
go
me?
ahead.
Okay. Okay. I was just letting everybody know that I do not detect any magic, but I do feel something here.
Let's see if old Tia can show us the way. Can I use my divine sense?
Sure. So if you want to invoke your divine sense, can you please read for us what that does?
Okay, as an action, you can detect good and evil of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the spell or know the location of any celestials, fiends, undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Okay.
You can use this feature 4 times per round.
Amazing. So, um, as you invoke your divine sense, go ahead and mark off one of your divine sense slots.
All right, got you.
Yep, so you can sense anything affected by the hallowed spell or know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. You do not sense within 60 feet any celestial fiend or undead, but but this whole place smells wrong. Paladins have the ability to detect good and evil through their sense of smell, and this whole place permeates intense, unguised evil. The darkness is almost kind of encroaching upon the edges of your vision. So, like your dark vision, you don't see in color, you only see in black and white and shades of gray. And it's almost like one of those Instagram filters that kind of encroaches on the edges of your vision and forces you to focus on what is directly ahead. This is a bad place where bad things happen. Go ahead and give me an intelligence, an investigation check, please, Cramuel.
All right. So we have 11.
All right. So as you are kind of looking around, like the edges of your vision seem to darken, and as you kind of like turn your head, whatever you see directly in front of you seems to be clear. It's at the edges of your vision that you kind of see these shadows encroaching, but every time you try to look directly at it, you don't see anything. All you see are well, for you, because you're using your dark vision, you would see the dancing lights within the sconces that go along the walls every 10 feet as your party moves down this hallway, and the elongated shadows that are cast by these lights.
All right, guys. Good news or bad news?
Let's start with bad news.
Bad news first.
Bad
There you
news?
go. Glad we agree.
I love that
This
color on
place-
you, Morgan. You look so pretty. You
I
and
know,
Shayna like
look at
match.
the
Last time got a
girl.
tan.
You guys
No,
match.
you know what? I was about to say
What
it makes
the
you look
tan?
tan, but you're right. You are tan because you were just at the beach or wherever you were.
The pool, yeah.
The pool. Yeah.
Uh,
Sorry,
bad
Kramer.
news? Oh no, you're fine. Bad news? The nose no. And usually I can have like a faint smell of sulfur or this place smells like death. Like I haven't felt this in years. This is worse than the graveyard. I mean, this is a bad place and I can't see like I normally would. I don't know what it is, but Tier has said it is not completely good, but it is it is not an undead or a celestial where we are. I don't know what it is, but I don't think I'll be having a
Okay, we get it. It's bad. And Shayna like looks up at the 6'8" Cramuel, and her hands are like, "We get it. It's bad."
Okay, question. Between the three of you, who has the highest passive perception?
I think it was
Not gonna
me. I
be
think it was.
me.
I've
I
got
was
12.
9. Yeah, I was 9.
Yeah, mine is 11. So you're
Seeker, it's
Oh my god.
as Cramuel is saying this, as you continue moving directly ahead through the dimly lit chamber, you notice that the shadows you are casting against the walls aren't quite synchronized with your movements.
Yeah.
What was the good news?
Oh, the good news? You don't have to worry about them looking body.
Okay.
Does Seeker say anything? You notice this. As Cramuel turns, the shadow behind him hesitates and then slowly turns as he did.
I think she would try not to cause a panic and just kind of whisper, "Did you guys see that? That shadow? That isn't quite following us."
Wait. What?
Cantrips don't use spell slots, right?
No.
Can I use my? Hold on.
Out of the corner of my eye,
I
I
thought
saw
of
a shadow that didn't follow like it was supposed
thaumaturgy. What is this?
Thaumaturgy?
Thaumaturgy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thaumaturgy is a spell that lets you cast like a small magical effect. Like douse a candle, make a sound, like slam a door, open a window, something like
Put
that.
fire behind yourself to make yourself more intimidating, that kind of thing.
Right. Like it's a
Yeah.
small magical effect.
Can I change? I just want to like make one of the candles on the floor. Well, on the sconce to see what the shadow does.
So these aren't so I don't know. So Seeker, what did you say before Cramuel does this?
I just told them about the shadow that didn't quite move like it was supposed to.
All right. So your thaumaturgy wouldn't be strong enough to douse the candle, but so if these sconces are oil filled, like they're oil filled lanterns that seem to be automatically lighted, like as you move down this hallway. So while your thaumaturgy does not extinguish the lantern, it kind of does like make the light flicker, and you do see kind of this rippling effect of the shadows that you cast kind of along the walls.
Okay.
Cramuel, go ahead and make for me a perception check.
Cool.
I was gonna ask.
Ooh, with a -1.
You got this.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
no, never mind, you don't
believe
got
in
this.
you.
You don't got this.
No.
Can I do a perception check as well? I imagine Shayna, like once Seeker says something, Shayna's like looking around a little
As
bit.
Shayna, as you're looking around, you turn, you're like starting to like narrow in and like focus on the shadow that Cramuel is casting. As you do, you see the shadow pull forth this shadow-like longsword and rush towards Seeker. Seeker, does a 17 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Cramuel, I would like for you to roll the damage of your longsword, please. And and then also roll the damage for your smite. Because as
You sure this isn't
shadow
Char?
reaches out and attacks Seeker, you hear this thundering boom as if Cramuel has just made an attack on an enemy. You've seen the Crimson Tear lash out before, but Cramuel is not actually doing anything. So go ahead and roll damage for your longsword attack and then your smite, please.
15. Oh no.
Not
That
to
was,
hit. It did
I was
hit.
gonna say damage 15. What are you? What kind of longsword do you got?
Seven.
7 points of damage,
And-
one-handed. Yeah.
And
Then roll your smite, please.
11.
All right. Seeker, you feel, as you are looking at Cramuel, you feel this rocketing pain shoot through your body. You double over as you feel this blow strike you from behind, as if Cramuel has just hit you with his longsword. You look over and you see that his shadow, holding a shadow longsword, kind of alights with the blazing light of the god of Tyr. And I need everybody to roll initiative, please.
Oh yeah.
So
We're
did I
doing
take
this.
damage?
You did.
That
So yeah. So mark.
18 damage?
Yep. So mark that damage down.
Yikes.
Why is the long rest not work? My initiative roll was 6. Why is my long rest not working properly?
Did you confirm it? You had to confirm
I
it.
did.
Let me look,
say
Shayna. I can do it for you if it's
Hang
not
on.
working.
Oh, it looks like it worked this time. I don't
Yeah.
know. I did it before. Maybe I didn't confirm and I thought I did.
Awesome. All right, everybody.
3.
Hold on.
3
Hold on.
initiative.
Hold on. Okay. So I'm going to need y'all to roll your own initiatives. And then
Yes.
I'm going to have you roll your initiatives for your shadows.
Wait, can we do this combat, please? I don't want a cliffhanger now. I'm like,
We're going to do a couple rounds. We'll see how long this takes.
oh my god. Because, like, everybody else is going to get back, and we have our,
No new people.
our,
This is easy to have. This is easy to have new people jump in with, though. Like, it's fine
Okay,
because it's
alright,
all the
fair enough,
stats.
fair enough.
It's all the
Fair
stats
enough,
of
fair
everybody
enough.
who's here. So
It's like, listen, we're fighting our own demons here. We need to...
Right.
it's really good. Okay, so we're probably not gonna finish this
Great.
combat, but we're gonna try to do a couple of rounds. So, initiative for y'all, 25 to 20. Anyone?
No.
20.
For us,
20?
this is just us.
Yeah,
right?
just us. Okay, so Cramuel with the 20. Okay, 20 to 15. 15 to 10. 10 to 5.
Oh,
I rolled
God.
a 6. I rolled a 6.
Okay, Seeker, what did you get?
3.
I'm sorry. It wasn't.
All right.
I saw that.
Now-
I was like, damn.
now,
We're
I
cooked
need
up.
everybody to roll initiative for your shadows, please. So roll
I
initiative
rolled for
again.
My shadow. My
I
shadow
already
rolled a
did.
nat 1. So fuck that
I'm
bitch.
fucking dead.
I wasn't-
All right.
I got a 2.
What the fuck?
17.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm high-fiving Seeker for screwing over our counterparts.
Amazing.
I'm -1 initiative.
I know. What's your dexterity?
9.
Cool.
Oh, yeah,
All right.
that's what
So,
it does then.
Cramuel, on the map, if you could please place a shadow figure right next, not so also Cramuel, I'm gonna need you to roll initiative for Karlak, please.
Okay.
And Karlak's
Ooh.
shadow.
Oh, damn it.
I'm gonna need you guys to.
Karlak Shadow?
Yep. I'm gonna need you did not to bring her, but she's on the map. So everybody put so Cramuel roll for Karlak and her shadow, and then on the map I'm gonna need you to put whatever like a monster anything right next to each character. So I would say like either in front of or behind or next to, just put them within 5 feet.
Okay. Karlak roll was 21.
Okay.
13 for shadow.
We're all clumped together right there. Dag nabbit.
I know.
And this hallway is not very big, y'all. It's only 15 feet wide.
Yeah, so we only got this.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
This.
this.
But you do, but it is long. Like
But
you
it's
do, it is
yeah,
long.
So we can go out, but yeah. It's,
Yeah.
All right,
it's
so
not
let's
a
get those
corner.
shadows on the map so that we
Right,
can keep
let's
track of them.
do-
You can like make them opaque or
yeah,
something
I'll do
maybe.
opaque.
All right, so Karlak is up first. You can roll for her bite attack, Cramuel, if you want to, or I can roll for her, whatever you want.
Yeah, you can roll for it.
All right, so
You
I'm
can
gonna roll for her bite attack. She is gonna go for Cramuel's shadow because that is the shadow that lashed out at Seeker. 12 to hit.
Oh.
Cramuel, what is your armor class?
20.
Do you have your
Wait, my longsword? He was using the longsword or
longsword with a
oh,
shield?
yeah, it's 20.
20. All right, so Karlak's attack misses on Cramuel. Cramuel, you're up next. You see
Alright.
yourself surrounded by shadows. What do you do?
Okay. Seeker, what's your HP at?
Your hit points.
It is 13
Out
Oh
of
no.
Out of how much?
out of 31.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do 10 points lay on hands. Seeker. Wait, hold on before I do that. Okay, all right. I will cast Shield of Faith.
What does that bring your armor class to?
That will bring my armor class to 22.
Excellent.
Yes, so I will cast that.
Great. All right, so you cast. So you do lay on hands as a bonus action, and Shield of Faith is your action.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Is that in your turn?
Yes. So
All
I'll
right.
give 10
Okay.
points to Seeker.
Okay, 10.
Yeah.
So you should be at
I
23
owe
now.
you that much. I owe
Yeah.
you that much.
All right.
Cramuel, you're a godsend.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
I owe you that much.
Cramuel's shadow is next. As you heal Seeker, the shadow rushes up. Cramuel, please roll me an attack with your longsword.
Oh no.
Oh, attack.
What's your armor class, Seeker?
8. It was 8.
8? Okay.
10.
Yeah.
It's 8? All right. So it misses.
Oh,
The attack
I
misses.
know.
All right. As a
We need to
bone.
get your dexterity up, Seeker.
Oh, no. I'm a
Are
good
you light
girl.
armor?
I'm not a
Let me look
combat.
at
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, we need to get your dexterity up to 12. Somehow.
Okay, so actually, Cramuel, Shield of Faith is a bonus action. So I'll let you have the bonus action for Shield of Faith, and then the Lay on Hands is your action.
Okay.
But since we do Lay on Hands as a bonus action, going forward, you can't have 2 bonus actions in a turn. Okay? So, you see the shadow. So, missing his attack, you see the shadow choose a creature that it can see within 10 feet. And as it points at Shayna, it gains advantage on attack rolls against her for 1 minute until the shadow drops to 0 HP or falls unconscious. You recognize the light that kind of surrounds this shadow for a moment. This shadow has used Vow of Enmity. So, Shayna, this shadow has advantage on any attacks made against you for the foreseeable future. There we go.
Okay.
All right. So
He's
that
using
is
my best moves.
all right. That's Cranial Shadow's turn. That's action and bonus action. Where's it at? It's standing right next to Seeker. I think I'm gonna have that shadow move so that it is closer to Shayna. So I'm gonna have it move. It'll move through Karlak's shadow, so we'll have it go 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. So it's standing. Oh no, it is already standing next to Shayna. I would say it was probably standing next to Seeker to make the attack. So we'll have it just kind of stay where it is, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Because that is Shayna, like right next to it. All right, cool. Awesome. All right, so that's Cranial Shadow's turn. It is Karlak's Shadow's turn. Let's see. Cranial, the Shadow is going to make a bite attack against you. Roll a 3. So the Shadow misses. And Shayna, you're up.
Okay. I am going to attack. Oh god, it's right next to me, isn't it?
Cranial and your Shadow, they're both right next to you, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Well, this thing is gonna probably smite me.
I bet you look so stressed.
I am stressed because
8-Bit looks stressed. Why is he have prayer hands? Why?
I wanted to save something, but I might have to use it.
What you doing, Shayna?
I'm trying to decide if I want to try and attack it from melee range, or try to see if I can take the
Attack of opportunity
and get away.
You would you could cross through your shadow to rush ahead if you wanted to, but you would get 2 attacks of opportunity because you're leaving the range of 2 shadows if you rush ahead.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm thinking of, because they could down me. Because I was like, if they won't down me, then I might take it. But I think I'm going to attack Cranial's shadow because it's the most dangerous one.
Yeah, let's do it.
As far as I can tell.
Cool.
I'm going to use my dagger because we're in melee range.
Are you gonna Hunter's Mark it first, or are you just gonna go in with the dagger?
Ah, man. I was thinking about that. I guess so.
You don't have to.
I guess so. I'll Hunter's Mark. No, it makes sense too. As long as I'm not gonna go down, I should use the Hunter's Mark. So I will use the Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
And then I will attack with the dagger that's in my dominant hand. That is a 22 to hit.
That's your armor class, Cranial, so it does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
I cannot believe that hit.
It did.
So
yeah, because he cast Shield of Fate. So.
6 damage.
Cranial takes 6 points away from your character. As you strike the
Yup. What?
Yup. Shayna, as you strike the shadow with your dagger, Cranial, you feel this stabbing pain wrench through your body as you feel the cold steel of Shayna's dagger pierce your armor and lay into your form. Go ahead and take that damage.
Shayna, as the dagger sinks, or slides.
Don't forget your Hunter's Mark damage.
Holy shit!
Wait, what?
Yup.
Hunter's Mark is, hang on, let me see.
It's a D6.
Hunter's Mark is 1D.
So it's a D6. You can roll a D6 for that.
3 more. That's 3 more points.
So 9.
Oh my god. Okay, so as Shayna does damage to the shadow, she hears Cranial's cry of pain.
Yup.
She she's usually so focused. She's a hunter, right? So when she does damage, when she's going after a creature, she's so focused. But when she hears Cranial beside her crying out in pain, she's surprised because she didn't see anyone going for him. She turns her head to look at him, and she sees the blood coming out of his side.
In the same place as where you stabbed the shadow. Yep. And as you start to remember that you made the attack, The shadow isn't substantial, but you felt your blades sink into flesh, and as you look over at your companion, you see that it was Cramiel that you were stabbing.
Okay, okay. Yeah, well, Shayna is like gobsmacked, but she doesn't have time to react because turns are 6 seconds.
Yep.
So.
Seeker, you're up.
Okay. I think Seeker, obviously saw it. He's right in front of her, right?
Yep.
But I think she would try to, you know, maybe, shoot.
Just hit me.
I think she would use,
No!
Here.
maybe she would try her Eldritch Blast at
Yeah.
him
On who?
on, Cramiel.
Yes.
All right. Roll me an attack.
He's the scariest one.
Roll me an attack. It would be no, it's not a disadvantage. Go ahead and roll me an attack.
25.
Hits.
Yeah, that hit.
Roll damage.
Oh. 10.
Cramiel, take away 10 hit points.
Crit 10. Oh god.
All right.
Holy shit.
19 guys.
So, wait, do we have to kill? Because our companions will go down. Do we kill the shadows if we down our companions? Oh my god.
Is my I think
All right, that's
I
your
will,
action. You have a bonus action?
I will try healing word on Cramiel himself
No.
Yep.
and see if that heals him and not his shadow.
Yeah,
maybe?
go ahead and roll me what is it, first level or second, or you have a higher level. You have a higher level if you want to use
I
it,
do
but
have second level.
what's the word
Yeah,
that you use? What's the word that you use to heal him?
the word that I use?
Yeah, because it's healing word,
Um,
so you
oh.
holler a word as you heal him. What do you say as you heal him?
The first one that popped in my head was the power of Christ compels you.
But spoken as like one word, so it's not like the power of Christ. It's like, the power of Christ.
Who's Christ?
All right, are you doing that? Are you doing that at first or second level, friend?
Let's just do a first level.
All right, cool. So
because this is kind of a experiment to see if it heals
Yeah.
the shadow at the same time, you know?
yeah, so mark off a first level spell slot. All right, as
5.
okay, 5. You heal for 5 points, Cramiel. As you
Sorry.
heal Cramiel, the shadow does not heal. It's hard to tell because they're not substantial, but it doesn't look more powerful or stronger.
Great. And now we have some knowledge.
Good to know.
Or at least we think we have some
All right,
knowledge.
it's Seeker's Shadow's turn. Seeker, roll for me. Let's see, what am I gonna do? Oh, you have so much cool stuff now that you're a bard. Let's see. Let's go ahead and cast Dissonant Whispers at second level. Okay, so go ahead and roll for me, Seeker, a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom?
Yep.
$10.
All right, the DC was 13, so that fails. Go ahead and roll 4d6 worth of damage, please. Oh, sorry, I clicked on it, but you roll it.
14
All right, take 14 points of psychic damage, please.
to me.
Yep.
Oof, okay.
All right, that's
I'm at
Seekers.
9.
All right, what are my bonus actions? Okay, so Seeker Shadow is going to cast Healing Word at 2nd level on Cramuel's Shadow.
Bruh.
Go ahead and roll for me another Healing Word at 2nd level, please.
18.
As it casts the spell on Cramuel's Shadow, you hear not your voice, Seeker, but almost an echo of your voice. The echo of an echo that reverberates and reverberates down this long, dark hallway. In the name of the lady, in the name of the dark lady, in the name, in her holy name, in her dark and holy name, be healed, be healed, be healed, and may the darkness consume, be healed and consume. And it kind of like peters off into this kind of echoing chatter. And that finishes Seeker's Shadow's turn. Shayna's Shadow. All right, Shayna. Let's go ahead. Would you please cast? So you're gonna cast Hunter's Mark upon Cramuel. Go ahead and roll for me. Another attack with your dagger.
Okay. Hang on, sorry. That is a nat 1. 7.
Misses. Nice, big miss. All right, so it is 9:40. We finished our first round of combat. We can stop here and pick up next session. Great game, everybody!
Yo! The twist! The
Yeah.
twist! I like your game, Sasha.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like this.
If Marley was here,
This is
she'd
one of my
be.
favorite fights in BG3.
If Marley was here, she'd be so. Hey, I've done this fight before BG3 was a thing. If Marley was here, she'd be so mad at me. She fucking hates these fucking shadow creatures I use. But I love them.
I love this like trope in D&D always, and the way you do it is so good. I love it.
Thank you.
I love an unexpected shadow fight. Like
Hell
where
yeah.
you don't see it coming. You have no idea. You're like understanding that there's shadows abound.
Oh
And then
yeah.
all of a sudden it's your shadow. Love it. Love it. You
Awesome.
set up perfect.
Thank
And
you.
also, I love the voices that you do and the way that you adapt on the fly. You're such a good DM.
Thank you,
So
friend.
good.
Well, you're a great
Yeah.
player. Y'all are all so awesome. Thank you for being in my games. Hey, I always say players make the game. You know what I'm saying? If it was just me, I'd just be sitting here talking to myself, which I kind of do anyway. That's why I write fan fiction, which you can read on AO3 if you like
Hey.
wizard smut and creative ways to use Mage Hand, which Karlak is into. So, you know. Anyway, so
Is that like a tag on AO3?
it is. Oh girl. So I'm out here like I'm making art, I'm being creative. This is my
Nice,
outlet,
hey, wow.
and then all of the tags that I have to use on that site make me feel like the dirtiest pervert that's ever perverted. It's so
Well,
bad.
That's how AO3 is.
It's my safe space. But
It's okay. There's thousands of people just like you. So
we out here. All right, y'all. Well, it was a really,
out here,
really
yeah.
awesome game despite all the technical Mercury retrograde
Hold on.
bullshit. Oh, go ahead.
Hold on.
Hold on.
YouTube is asking for the link. ASAP.
What link?
My YouTube.
Oh, the AO3 link.
AO3.
You can search.
They said, "Say less, girl.
Okay,
We
so
need
you
it
can
ASAP."
you can search. It's my Twitter name. You on AO3. You could do a search for Sasha199. It's SASSSHA Sasha199. That's also my Tumblr handle.
Hook 'em up.
It's the
I
same
got
as
it.
my
I got it.
Twitch name. It's the same as my Twitch name. SASSSHA199. That's also my Tumblr. So if you want to see art that I can't post on other social media sites that accompany my descriptive writings, you can go there as well.
Not wizard smut specifically.
Yeah,
That's
hashtag
crazy.
wizard
I love it.
smut.
I got Gooners for Gale. I got
Gale,
Gooners for Gale.
Gale
Good
smut.
is for Gale.
I have Gooners
Gale
for Gale.
smut. Hey, Liv's read my stuff. She likes it. Hashtag rogue shit, okay? But that's not my forte. That's Marley. She out here roguing. Hashtag rogue shit.
It's
I
us.
can't
We the
see
good
her, but I
ones.
know she's there, stealthing with a
Yes.
fucking 32 somewhere out there.
Y'all are crazy. I love this. Listen, I'm gonna look you up on AO3, Sasha.
Oh, you
Where's
should.
my AO3
I have a
tab? Let's open up.
I have a Dragon Age fanfic of my of my kind of evil Kuslin queen who didn't want to be queen because she's not about that life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She can't have a king.
I need to start posting some of my fics. Cause
I would love to read them. Just send them to me. You don't need to post them. Just send them to me.
I just don't post it because I'm always
No,
so
just send it to me.
embarrassed after
Just send.
writing it.
Just I'll be your beta reader. It'll be great. It'll be great. I am deep.
Okay, all right.
I am deep in my Rook Elgernon phase right now. Like there is no shame. There is no shame. Only kink. No shame, only kink. I posted an edit of the shit he says to Rook.
I love Elgernon. Or the Gillinan girly myself. She gives me life. She's everything. She's fine.
She's so
cute,
great.
like,
Oh my god, the note where she's like, I could not create the holla. The lesbian grief that I felt upon reading that note.
Doomed lesbians is how I think of her.
It's a great trope. It's so good. Anyway, thank you for playing with me, y'all, tonight. It was a great game. I know we had a lot of technical issues and like we're missing some people, but I feel like y'all really brought it and I had a lot of fun. So thank you for being here. I really feel like y'all listened to my feedback and you were not afraid to engage with each other, to engage with the NPCs, to really kind of try things. And I feel like that produced kind of its own reward, like within the context of the game. It was really fun. Kept me on my toes, but that's why I do what I do. Those are some of my favorite moments within a campaign. That's really all I have, unless anyone has anything they want to add. Inspirations to award, things like that.
I think we did great. Can I give an inspiration to Seeker for, oh gosh, well, I just had it in my brain, and then I lost it. I promise to God I had a reason.
You can type it in the Discord later. It's okay if you can't remember it right now. But we'll award you an inspiration. We'll award you an inspiration, and then you can type it up in the Discord later so that she knows why she received it.
I don't know how many that's people are up to. I have one. So
you don't have to keep track. I see you putting on your little DM hat. You don't have to keep track. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Faith. It's okay.
I'm just like.
Don't worry about it.
Did I use it? Did I not? I'm like.
I'm telling you, Cancer. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you, don't worry about it. Okay. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. It's not easy. Like I'm a terrible player because I'm always like I know what it takes to kind of go into these games. So I'm always like worried about stuff. But your only job in my sessions is to show up and just have fun. Be your character. Yeah. That's all you got to worry about. Honestly, that's it. That and maybe your tech stuff, because I can't help you with that. If you have OBS problems, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do.
Honestly, it's a problem.
Tech sucks. Anything else, y'all?
No.
I don't think so.
Amazing.
It was fun.
6 of Cups. What is it? 6 of Cups?
Yep.
6 of Cups. All right, y'all. That's a good card. All right, y'all. Well, thank you for being here with me. Great session. I had so much fun. We will pick up here again next week.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
think.
that's the 3rd. Does that work for y'all? Because I know 4th of July weekend is like coming up. I'm okay with it, but I want to make sure like everybody else is okay with the 3rd.
Yeah, I'm good if everybody
I'm
I'm
else.
not.
okay with it. I can also do Tuesday instead if
We need
folks are
to.
not okay with the third.
I'm not about celebrating this country. Joy is rebellion, like at this point, so it's fine.
Yeah, personally, I don't have big plans for the fourth. Um, I think we might go. We might do something, but I don't. Actually, I don't think so.
Okay.
Never
Well,
mind.
just let me know.
Barbecue, so I'm good.
Right? I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be cooking outside. I can't stand being in my house
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah, yeah.
I made a salad
Get fresh
today.
air.
Oh my god, it's so hot. All right, y'all. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you, chat. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, everybody. Great session, great game, and we will see you next week. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Everybody.